Good
morning, Debbie. How are you?
Good morning. I'm fine.
Right. How was your week?
My week a bit hectic, but it was okay.
What made it hectic?
Work.
You went to the beach?
No, I didn't go to the. I didn't go to the beach. It's been a long time since I went to the beach.
I haven't been to the beach in a very long time. I haven't been to the beach. I don't think I've been to the beach the whole of this year.
Wow.
Even I don't think last year I even went to the beach. Okay, I think. Oh, okay. Stoneboy. Well, it was. I didn't go there because I had gone there to have fun. Yeah. I went there. It was for work as usual. I think Stoneboy was. I think that was La Puma.
Yeah.
Stoneboy had his album
concert.
listening.
Oh, okay.
The Up and Running album.
Okay.
And then I went to. I think La Boma, yes. They invited me for a meet. So yeah, I haven't been to the beach, as in beach. Mm-hmm. It's been a year and a half. I mean, we're in the middle of the year, right? We're in June already, so yeah.
Already half of the year.
No, I haven't been to the beach in a year and a half. The whole of last year, I don't think I went there. I only went there for business. But
try your best, cause
try if I have nothing really doing there. What?
Yeah, just go and chill. Just go and relax.
Okay, wait. When you go to the beach, what do you do?
I just go and sit down. I eat, and I just walk around, enjoy the breeze. That's all, you know.
You are too fancy for my taste.
Hey, like yeah.
No. I used to go there. So where I live, if I want to go to the beach, I have to go to Kokobite. Okay. But even that, I have to go in the night because it's more calmer.
I've been to a night beach before.
It's very calm. It's very calm.
May God rest her soul. You guys may not know her, but yeah, she took me to the beach.
Yeah,
and it was a very good experience.
Yes.
Just that it was scary.
Why?
Because of the stories we hear. There are a lot of hooligans around.
In the night?
Yeah. At the night beach where you find smokers, you find a lot of activities going on.
Yeah.
Even to the extent that people engage in, activities. In fact, yeah.
Nice. Oh yeah. Oh, but my dear, let us share. So you go there, we go night. We there.
I like that. Yeah. But I mean, for me, you see, when I don't know how people go about their relationships, and for me, it was a good experience.
Oh yeah.
For example, you just did, and I remember at the time, I think I was chasing her, and
it was calm.
No, she just gave me a call. Like, what are you doing? I'm like, nothing. Okay, let's go to the beach. So, like, what are we going to do at the beach? Says, it's night beach. Why, you've never... I said, no. So, okay, come over, come pick me up. So I just picked her up. We went to the beach. My biggest scare was that someone would come...
and rob you.
And rob us.
That was my experience the last time I was
there.
What? Yeah, it was the table beside us, the chair. So we were close to the beach. One guy was in a long jalabia coming. So you think, no, so better not. All of a sudden, we saw to Dosty. They put the phone on this speed, but you see, also jalabia. Yeah, almost do I know if you feel her. And I say, what I'm saying, it's a wrap.
No. Because I remember way back. Okay, back in the day, where Shatta Wale and his people would have there's this beach called Tawala.
Right now, it is their friend is a techie that is standing, but the beach there is not. The techie and the yam. Jesus.
But what, the beach polluted?
No, it's not active anymore. The way the Tawala beach that we used to know that's held the reggae dancehall culture, it's not like that anymore.
I've never even heard of it.
Tawala. The way they are techie is nice.
You be Latter Day Saints. I remember I had just arrived in Ghana, and this guy, my very good friend DJ Perfect, came to pick me up with DJ Killer Fingers, formerly of YFM.
Okay.
So they picked me up from the airport. We went home. First thing I arrived, first thing I asked for was fufu. I think this was in 2009 or 2008. 2009, I guess. So fufu, we went home. I slept. They woke me up at about 4 p.m. and they said, Charlie, tonight, make we go. No, it's about 6 6 p.m. Say, Charlie, mo go Tawala. I'm like, answering him. So Tawala, it's a beach. Da. Okay, so we drove to Tawala in the evening. And this experience, this matter. Oh. I don't think I've ever shared this. So we got to Tawala. Mm-hmm. Just as we got off the vehicle, as we were entering, guess who I bumped into? Shatta Wale.
Wow.
And he had this singlet. You see, Rasta for a singlet, be red, gold, green, sun net.
Net.
So immediately he saw me, Godfather! Godfather! Yeah, Godfather! You today go. When you arrive, I said today, no. Today I go chop dollar. Godfather! Then he went down on his knees. Yeah, Godfather! I'm like, hey, Yusuf, they look for you. Because I had some issue. Someone had reported to me in New York about him, which was quite bad. So I put him on the side. And I told him that, Charlie, a lady came to me about some business, and the lady wanted to sign him and some other acts. And, one thing led to the other, and Shatta. So he told her his peace of mind. And the lady said, bandana. He was bandana at the time. Yeah. Bandana. But when he was leaving, he came back and warned me never to call him. And that the next time I see him or I hear of him, he will be the biggest artist in Ghana and in Africa.
Oh, nice.
Wow. This was in 2009.
Oh, wow.
Yes. 2008 or 2009.
Wow.
So this was what he told the lady, that you, I swear. Then
I can imagine. Pa.
So I was just telling him that, the lady's got ties with BET. She's this, she's big. Charlie, don't blow up this opportunity. So, oh, Godfather, make him come up for them. Me, I tell him, say, I swear, she will see me. And
this is like dope. Like, I don't know why it feels dope.
Yeah. And then he asked, when are you going to Kumasi? I go, Father, where you go, Kumasi? I say, I'm going back tomorrow. Tomorrow? I say, yeah, I beg you, wait for me here. I'm like, what? I'm going inside. I said, no, if you go inside, you go lost. So you wait for me just 5 minutes, I beg you. Then the guy went in, came back with a lot of CDs.
Hey.
And I asked him, what were they for? And he said, he had come to the beach to share his new CD. He had done a new project. I don't know whether it was an EP or album or something like that. So he had come to the beach to distribute because he was doing the legwork himself back in the day.
Oh, wow.
Something that a lot of artists were not doing. So he had gone to the beach to distribute the CDs to the pubs and, people, you go see, Charlie, this be my song. So then he go give you, either you go sell them or what. I don't know how he was doing the promotion. And he had gone to collect all of them back.
Why?
Hey, so you brought it and said,
unchangeable.
Listen to the story. I don't think I've ever told the story anywhere. Then he brought the CDs back to me and said, I go collect them back. I'm like, why? He said, Abi, you say they go Kumasi. I say, yeah, just as you did for me with bandana from Ghana. I beg you, do this one too for your son. I beg you. So he gave me the CDs just to go and distribute to the radios. Because back in the day, I would go to them and all I was saying was, Charlie, there's a new kid on the block called Bandana. You guys. So like each time they see me, they'll go like, you cry with how you with this your bandana. I know why I'm doing it every day about it. I say, Charlie, watch this kid. Because KOD has sent me the song, but I had not even met him before. I didn't even know him. So he brought me the CDs. Then we went in. Charlie, and you man cause what Tawala? Just so you reggae.
You don't know.
You don't know.
Oh no, it's not the same.
No, you see, back in the day, we would say you won't survive in Tawala.
No.
Oh, Tawala was hard.
No, you cannot exist. Because the honor, we period now, so why the most high. But I was secondary.
Yeah,
the most high.
Yeah, Tawala was for some it was for hustlers.
Yeah.
It was for like you for be hard before, it wouldn't be like, because me, I'll go there like, hey, where am I?
Baby.
Oh yeah.
but now they are techie. They are techie and they are young. It's still the one.
And they used to have dancehall concerts. They used to have.
Oh wow.
Reggae
It's actually
concerts.
a big part of the dancehall culture in Ghana.
Yeah,
in fact,
yeah.
if Bulldog had been
Because
he would
Bulldog,
give you,
he will be a better person to tell.
Yeah.
I mean, if
Tawala.
you can't chronicle reggae or dancehall in Ghana without Tawala.
No.
People are
possibly.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Baby.
So for me, Night Beach.
Night Beach is calm. It's calm. Like a cow, and I will be now.
No, because people,
It's a long story.
what I experienced, people were doing things.
Yeah.
Oh. Me, you see somebody and somebody in some corner.
Well, you should talk about your experiences. What you were doing there.
Somebody
in that corner.
my experience. I mentioned. Well, the person that took me there, unfortunately, she's passed on, so she wouldn't be here to share. But it was one good night.
Me too. All the nights I've been there have been good nights.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
No bad nights. Okay.
No dull moment.
People did things.
No,
Why didn't do
but
nothing?
the scariest, you see, there are some scary moments where, you see, when you go to me, I don't want to brag by saying I'm so observant. Oh, indeed, I am observant. So I used to look around, like, what's going on? And then you see just one person walk towards the sea, the river, and the person will go. Just here will be a one lady, and you see the Hunhudia stories you hear about people and rituals.
Now, me see sometimes the last time I went there, some two guys they were sort of washing on no, my son so be. And then I was like, hey, this late. So they said, yeah, in Abugoga. But say, hey, this late. And they're like, oh, they are washing. No, because madam, they are doing rituals. So I'm saying, hey.
Yeah. But you see, once you hear ritual tends to be something bad.
Yeah.
Just cleansing.
No, I mean, ritual is just English.
It's just ritual.
It is a ritual that we come here on Saturdays to do our show. It's a ritual. This is our ritual. That's it.
Yeah.
But once you hear ritual, no.
Yeah. Oh, but night beach, if I go, and then when I go in the day, I go with my Spanish professor.
Okay.
Now there was someone, maybe I will honor my Spanish professor.
Yeah.
She didn't.
That's why you met me and said, "Como estás?"
Yeah. Where she is in Colombia, she doesn't have the beach close. Okay. So when she comes to Ghana, they say, "I turn the lights." So then every weekend, the pumu or the beach. She's tanning and things. So yeah, but the night there is from Kuala Lumpur.
Nights, I don't want to me.
You cannot come and kill my joy.
Anyways,
okay. Yeah. Let's do story. Hey, where is Adam la?
Hey, Adam is on his way. When I called him, he said that, since he traveled, the time difference and stuff, so he had not set his alarm right, so he's gonna be a bit late today.
Bogger.
You know how buggers do.
So come and give us his bogger stories. Bogger stories and. Yeah. Hey, Ghana, for people have started asking questions. Who was this lady? Who was which? Okay, the lady was she came to Ghana. I think she wanted to sign some Ghanaian musicians.
Oh, okay.
And I remember some of the names she mentioned: Asem, Kazuka, Bandana. Forgive me, it's been a very long time. I don't remember all of these names. And she had some links with BT, CNN. She was a plug. Heavy plug. Heavy plug. Yeah. And she lived in Detroit, Michigan at the time. And I don't know why she kept calling. Yeah, she wants to meet me. So she came and I took her to a Ghanaian joint. It's called Papaya in New York. So we went there to sit. And then she told me the story about how Bandana threatened her. And I have to look for her and ask her, do you see the boy now? I think the prophecy, whatever he said, has come to pass. Yeah. So, yeah. So, Stephen, the question you asked, I think I've answered you. Okay, Debbie, let's do the stories.
Okay, so today in our weekly trends, let's start with Shatta Wale because we just spoke about him. Okay, so he's in the news and he's debunking all, what's it called? accusations that he is a fraud, or he's a fraud boy, a fraud man.
Why
or
people
fraud.
are accusing him too?
Oh yeah, because his friend Dada Boots had been.
Dada Boots.
Hey, what's his name?
Kofi
Kofi Boots. Sorry. His friend Kofi Boots, has been in the news that he's been arrested over some romance scam and stuff like that. Some Twitter and agenda boys have been on the internet speculating that Shatta Wale might be one of them because he's driving flashy stuff and living a flashy life. So Shatta Wale came online. He's been online for days now, talking about how it's all false and people are just unfairly targeting him. And I think it's painful because his own people, Ghanaians, are ratting him out, especially now that the FBI is around.
You see, sorry to cut you, but you see, the FBI had always been around. It'll be today.
Yeah,
They've always been. They've been there since 1841. They've been around, right? And you see, people underestimate the national security and the intelligence we have in Ghana. People underestimate. They have no idea how these people living work, and there are lots of people who have been on their radar. Okay, it might interest people to know that even the ones that we think, or the ones they think are in the spotlight, may have clean jobs, or the money may be clean, or they may just have affiliations with people who may have been involved in certain activities. But there are people who are doing things that their names have not even come up.
Yeah.
Right? This whole Kofi Boat thing, who would have thought that Kofi Boat's name would come up?
Yeah.
What if he is cleared of all charges? That one to what? Because he could be innocent.
Yeah.
Who knows? Again, these people can record you. Hey, how many years did the FBI say they recorded or they've been tracking him? It's been 10 years or something? Yes.
10.
But you have no idea. They can
Serious.
You there chop all your money. Just do all the lavish lifestyles. Just show off. Do whatever you want, as if they are not watching. Yeah, because one of my godfathers back in the day, they came to arrest him here in Kumasi. They came to Ghana. They came to arrest him, and if the man, look, I remember he shared the experience, how they came to pick him up, and he said when they took him out of his house, they picked him up as early as 5 or 6 a.m. He was in his morning coat. Yes. This was what he told me.
Yeah.
I'm not giving you an eyewitness account. Per what he told me, because he used to tell us stories. Charlie, look, back in the day, this was what happened to me, and then he said when they took him out of his house, they had surrounded the place.
Whoa.
Yes, because they termed him as a dangerous individual.
Hey.
Yes.
Charlie.
You have no idea. And they had recorded him for 12 solid years. 12.
Ooh.
12.
That's crazy.
Hey.
Yeah.
So, Charlie.
So Shatta is debunking all these speculations, and I think just 2 days ago. 2 days ago, a media personality was, I think, Johnny Hughes.
Right.
Yeah, he was saying that, he was not targeting Shatta Wale, but from what he said, he was like, there are so many people in the country driving big cars and living flashy lives, like driving a Rolls Royce and all of those things. Where do they get that money from? Because you know how much these things are worth. They're very expensive. So it's the FBI is doing a great job by investigating your source of income if you can afford that here in Ghana. And then Shatta Wale took it upon himself to give it back to him. GRA, to give it back to him, because he felt like, no, it doesn't matter, because Shatta Wale is driving very expensive cars also, and he feels like, no, he's making money from his music. It's clean money, and it's from his hard work and not fraud. So I don't know.
But apart from music, maybe he's invested his money into other businesses.
Exactly.
Which may get him some money to feed. What if music is not selling? Why must he depend on me. I mean, I'm not trying to defend him, but I'm only asking a general question. What if he has other businesses? And I know for sure Shatta Wale has other businesses, right? What if he's making money from those businesses? Because me, until I come out to say that, oh, you see this business, it's mine. It belongs to Andy Dosty. You may not even know that that's mine.
Yeah.
But don't look at the car I drive and say, this guy is poor. Or don't look at the car someone drives and say, because he's living a lavish lifestyle.
It might be a fraud
Yeah,
style.
I mean, well, that's why I think the FBI takes their time to do their
investigate.
investigation.
Exactly. If he was a target, he would have been a target a long time ago.
Yeah,
So
and also there you may not
that
know.
one, yeah. So, well, let's move on to our next story. This is a friend of Shatta Wale.
Hey,
MDK.
now the news now is about why?
Wait. Oh, say, I mean,
back to back,
sir.
Oh,
So,
MDK.
MDK has
This
been in the
reminds
news about sexual harassment claims on stage, where he has fired back at critics and explaining what really happened, and that the lady that he invited on stage, he just wanted to dance with her. He did not touch her buttocks intentionally. When Mianito intentionally. So all the critics that are coming, and why are you squinting your eyes like that?
Oh.
So all the critics that are saying,
Naturally, you know me, naturally, I'm a squint.
okay.
So, yeah.
Kaish.
Oh, am I
Natural
not?
squint.
Maybe
Wow.
I say Kaish.
Oh yes, you are. I think so. I
Yes.
think so. Yeah.
It turns a lot of ladies
Sexy
on. I don't
eyes.
know why.
Hey, wow.
I don't know
Very
why.
sexy eyes.
We've not even figured ourselves out. Don't worry.
No, seriously. No, because look, there's this old friend I had. Like, she would just sit back and watch me and ask, "Are you looking at me?" Like, no. So, oh wow, that's so sexy. Like,
hey.
I thought you were looking at me.
Somebody should squint at me. Oh, now time.
No, you don't know.
wow.
No, when I met this very okay, should I say wealthy right now because of GRA and FBI? You tell anyone who's wealthy or rich, and I met this lady, and I was over the week, just a few days ago, I was talking to her. I never knew she was squinted, and I was just looking at her eye like, wow, really, wow. I said, well, hey, when you say me share when neither.
Wait, you were squinting and she was.
No. I was looking. She was squinting.
And he was
squinting. Won't try me if it's part
No,
of the
no,
child.
naturally.
So it doesn't count that child. It doesn't count. It's not acquired.
No. No. You see, me in my case, when I'm so stressed, when my eyes are very tired, naturally, it squints.
Wow.
Yes, it happens to a lot of people. Okay, especially if it's not. Some people are born with it. In my case, one thing led to the other, and collaboration, and maybe one day I'll share the experience of how I nearly caused my blind sight.
Oh, sorry.
And collaboration.
Well. What are your thoughts on it? I mean, he said he didn't do it intentionally, and people like Tilly and have also been in the news.
Why? I'm not going to go.
On the same matter, talking about medicals, unintentional,
I'm in the news.
Yes, you're in the news. Oh, your face is everywhere.
Hey!
Yeah, this week.
Headless YouTuber. Headless Tilly.
I beg. Share link. Why?
I'll send you.
For this week, yeah.
Oh, because the stories I was reading on this, I mean, your news was.
I've had a peaceful existence this week. Now, I didn't know I was in the news.
You've been in the news. You and MCI, boy,
Share the
have
link.
been in the
Share
news.
the link.
Talking about the incident with Medikal and his fan on stage.
No, me. So after I spoke about it on radio, he actually came to my DM and we spoke about it. Okay. So me and him, when he came, he said my head like Chobos. I said his head like trunk. We laughed about it and then we talked about it, back and forth. And then we ended on a very peaceful note. But then he had mentioned that he would go live. But I didn't really pay attention to the live because, I don't know, in the evening, I shoot my evening show, so I didn't see that. But I've seen videos.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen a video of him addressing mine, so I didn't know I was trending.
Okay, yesterday, okay, I had a meeting with him yesterday.
Okay.
With Medikal. Unfortunately, I had just arrived from Kumasi and I was super tired. Soon as I arrived, I had to go pick my children from school. Soon afterwards, come to Joy FM. Then afterwards, it started raining. So I had to reschedule. I'm here to apologize to him anyway, because he sat waiting for me. But as I mentioned to someone that, I'm meeting with Medikal, so I cannot meet with the person. And he mentioned that, I was even watching him, but why was he insulting people? Ooh. There were two. And both of them mentioned that, I watched it. Why he was insulting people. We all thought he was coming to apologize for what happened. Yeah. But he was. So I had not seen it. Okay. But at least hearing from two people means that it wasn't really right. I don't know. Wow. Anyway. But what did Tilly say?
So in the video, the video did not address you. It addressed MC Ayabwa, but there was another video that was not Medikal, but he says he's Medikal's friend. That's what he says in the video, and then he addressed you.
What's his name?
I don't know his name. But
No.
He's not famous. No. So but the video had a very wide audience.
It's not a problem.
No problem.
What did he? Sorry, what did he say?
The guy dissed Tilly a lot. I can't diss you.
Daily, I'm this daily. I don't. It's not new.
But in his case, he was defending Medikal's act on stage. He sees nothing wrong with what Medikal did.
Wow.
And then he feels like Tilly is just hating, and he also put a bet on it. He said, Tilly, if you want, you guys can go on a bet, and you've never dated a man like Medikal. So if you claim, if you have dated a man as, glorious as Medikal, he's betting, was it 5,000 CDs? That show us a picture of your boyfriend, and then it was a whole lot.
Tilly, on my man. I don't know. Charlie, off bro.
Tilly, I'll tell you the link.
Hold on,
a whole lot was happening.
I don't think this guy has 5,000.
No, what's the bet?
You know why?
Why?
If you have 5,000, you won't go on such a stupid bet.
So what's the bet? Debbie, what could pay back?
Say, who won't they see Obi to say Medikal da?
Obi to say height and I say
no.
Minimum decor.
And see,
who made you be or rapper to say Medikal?
Okay.
That one. So the guy has won.
Simple. And then I can rap with you about what else?
Maybe it is a would you say boy no or chin Medikal
no funny picture. Listen, now my fight. Height wise, Medikal be channel. Boy, the crowd, why not make an answer? But on other fronts, on other fronts, you better. This bet I go take out.
This is Hitz.
I dare him on radio. Let's go.
Charlie.
Send me the link.
I'll send you the link.
Share the link.
As for this bet, I will take it. Share.
Okay.
It's now how mighty power.
Hey!
Forget.
40.
What PPJ?
Actually. Hey.
Hitz FM 103.9.
This shows up.
Mommy.
Wow, share the link. As for this one, dear.
Okay. But you, Debbie, you saw the video.
Yes, I saw the video.
So this guy defending Medikal's act. What is?
See,
I don't think what he did was. I mean, if it was my girlfriend,
well, you see, from Medikal's explanation, he's saying that. Fine. He tried to hug her, but he intentionally grabbed her ass. He did not intentionally do that.
So
it wasn't deliberate. Sorry. Hold her. And then
maybe
his hands are too long. So
just maybe he does that with his girlfriend, and maybe, just maybe, I can't help.
Knee-jerk reaction.
Hands jerk reaction.
Hand-jerk reaction. Well.
I mean, I saw the video. He even asked the lady, "Do you have a boyfriend?" And the guy, I don't know whether the guy showed up. Did the guy own up?
The girl owned up that she has a boyfriend.
No, but the guy, did the guy show up?
No, he didn't show up. No, her boyfriend
But
wasn't
the
there,
lady
but
admitted that she has
had
a
a
boyfriend.
boyfriend.
So, end of story. Maybe later on she'll come up with accusations that Medikal touched her wrongly and all the blah,
this
blah,
matter,
blah.
dear. I'll leave it for.
Oh yeah, you won't leave it for anybody.
I'll leave it for you
But
later.
The part that I have been, it's where my interest is. And I've said share the link.
I'll share the link.
Right.
Then you collect your 5K.
Right.
All right. So our next story is coming from a Supreme Court judge nominee. He's called Justice Mensah. He's proposing that we should the judges should learn Chinese language.
Hey.
Yeah.
To combat
because
galamsey. Yeah, to combat galamsey.
Why do they think that the Chinese people connive with the jury or what? My lord, I didn't know why into the young life.
Oh, me see. So according to him, whenever it's time for prosecution, it's very difficult to understand. It's very difficult to understand, the Chinese people. So he's urging that the judges learn the Chinese language, go under training to learn the Chinese language to combat the galamsey. That I don't know. This is not very important. Don't we have
Interpreters here.
interpreters? Even the internet does a lot. AI can do a lot. But even interpreters, there are people in Ghana here that study Chinese. So I don't know why a judge.
University of Ghana.
Yeah.
One lady there is teaching me Spanish right now. Right now. Chinese for students.
I know of a lady at Osu.
Oh, Ghana dear, yeah.
She's doing music. And she speaks Chinese.
Oh.
Even to the extent, hold on. Yes.
Hello, ladies. How are you all?
She even looks.
How about you?
Wow, look. Even if you look at her, I think she's got Chinese writings.
There's so many
Hey.
interpretations.
So
I don't know.
so it should just end with the judges.
Yes, only the
How about the
judges
other opposing counsel?
Mina.
Shouldn't they
The
also
police
know
have to-
what the other person is saying?
And the police have to, know how to speak Chinese
And
as
they
well.
leave the thing for the Dosty people to go.
My friend, shut up.
So what happens
That's how we'll call
if
to-
it's not
No,
a Chinese
never.
national?
And you know what
So
and
there's another country, another language.
The thing they come to you before they go to court. So learn them there.
No.
Go and tell the judge.
No. It rather goes to the court before it comes to us.
Arbitration.
And sometimes, so if it goes there, now say, I so okay, chalimu de munko kano, ebia,
Me many say me arbitration as a court.
any old, any different.
But Tilly is asking a very important question. What happens if the people partaking in these things are not Chinese? Maybe you go there and then tomorrow is someone from Congo or someone from
It's
somewhere
Portuguese.
else. Exactly, Portuguese. Are we going to learn all these languages?
No, it helps. It helps. It just helps. Instead of going to call people and Nina Eka. But if you understand the language, this guy comes ashes okay, him.
Judges, language studies by this time.
By the 60 years, 70.
And it's not just
Doesn't-
the way
doesn't
they are
matter.
saying, it's not just learning the basics. So like
You have to understand.
conversational where Nipana wakotchina no or kasa and
Because Chinese has dialects as well. It's not just it has dialects. Not just Mandarin or something. It has so many dialects. It's like
But wait.
No, you see, I didn't look this guy more. I knew something. You see, I started laughing. I knew something was coming up. So once he said, but wait, I didn't hear this.
No, the question be if the guy the judge goes to learn the Chinese and the Chinese man how they speak. When the people they say they don't want to hear the Chinese. And the Chinese tell the judge say, forget them, make we wait.
That's exactly what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That it could be that he speaks to the jury. The jury says, "My lord, I don't know, ondi bim." That be all. Then they go backstage and Charlie Ajiash and cool. Hey, how do you keep this?
Anyway. Google Translator day.
Right.
Anyways,
some phones if you can speak to it, it would
hey,
translate.
translates for you easy. Well, let me, sake of time, let me just do a last story. This is on the 25 BC. It has come to an end, and as you know, last week we were here talking about the malpractices and how it's become recurrent. Well, this week the Kintampo court sentenced 4 people for malpractices, and others have been remanded. So they'll be in jail for 30 good days. Now, it includes a student, a teacher, and 2 teachers actually, and they have been fined as well. Aside the 30 days that they'll be in jail, they have been fined as well for photocopying materials into the exam hall, for copying, for bringing a phone into the exam hall.
Hey.
Yeah, so Charlie, serious things. So, no matching it no. So they're gonna be in jail for 30 good days.
This is a very, 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 very important subject that needs to be discussed.
Which one?
What he's just discussing.
Yeah.
Oh, last week we spoke about it.
Yeah, because if at that tender age we are like actually helping kids to pass exams, what would they grow up to become? They would find the easy way in life all the time, because they will see that as the road to success. So, I mean, if our schools, our teachers were supposed to know better because of certain small money they'll get in their pockets, or certain reputation they want the school to attain, they are helping kids at this age. If my ward was part of it, I'll be very angry. Because I pay school fees for you to go and learn. I don't pay school fees for me to help you get into these things, for your teacher to help you to pass. I mean,
see this thing, I've been asking myself questions. A few days ago, I was discussing this with Ochami Kwame. That I think that sometimes they just want the children to fail to show that, I didn't hear ding.
What do you mean by they want the children to fail? As
I
in
said
GES?
sometimes.
No. I just want to know.
No. I'm talking about some of the teachers. Well, also be a tweet share idea. You sometimes you get too terrified to even go and ask that man here.
Yeah.
I don't know if you had that experience.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been with us from since time immemorial. Teacher Achade, even for you to say, Madam Intiasio, you are scared. So the teacher will ask you, do you understand? You are forced to say yes.
She's called Madam Sicho.
But is that wait? But is that the basis for schools?
Because one here, what do you want him to do?
No, wait, hold on. Is that the basis for the schools to indulge in this?
No, not to indulge in
or
it.
the parents to actually buy.
When you were in school, they did the
Oh, we've all done it. But
Thank
I'm just
you,
saying,
but did the school endorse?
Listen.
It is something with them.
Listen, but after you go through a certain process in life, you realize that process didn't even help you, because you were supposed to go through the right channel. Even if you fail, all right, and you go back and resit. Me, I did my maths over 3 or 4 times.
Me too.
Before I could pass to go to uni. It wasn't easy for me.
But as you see, do you know why you are talking like this? Because you are grown now.
No, but I didn't get it easy, so I don't expect anybody to also get it easy.
With the advice you are giving now, that you realize that sometimes you realize that it wasn't the best for you. With them, it is the best passage. It is the best way.
When the time
that you the time we did we never thought of any better way.
And when you say them, who are
the children?
No, the teachers are the one helping the children.
That's what I'm saying.
For
that
children,
if you teach a child,
the
and
children,
you process,
if
you process the child, a child is like a computer. Process it. Your children, they are growing the way they are growing, wise, discipline, whatever it is, because of what you instill in them. There could be a next house to you whose parents don't have the time for their kids or don't even care about anything that bothers them. And you would see a vast contrast between the two kids. Maybe they all go to the same school, they live in the same neighborhood, go to the same church, blah, 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 blah. But you see that sharp contrast. Because one makes time to make sure that the kid is programmed. The other doesn't have the time. If you instill in a child how to learn the proper process, they will learn. Listen, when I was writing my BEC, confession, my BEC, the whole area, me, I wasn't that sharp brain in school. I wasn't a serious boy. But there was certain subject I dare not fail.
Like English.
English. My father was a lawyer. You lie. Anything that had to do with English, he wasn't a maths person, so he wouldn't care. But anything that had to do with English, that you can read.
Literature, history.
Then you didn't pass social studies. You didn't pass this. So there were subjects that I paid attention.
RME.
The Akano and Shatta Wale who technical drawing because only some. Hong will be some technical drawing be one step. On a person kind be what kind when say, you know. So when we got to the BEC, I took my time, and then I learned, because then I won't go good school for a change. I found myself learning, right? When the results came,
I'm just saying,
in church back then, JY, they would bring all the people who have passed to come and stand there.
What would JY?
Junior Youth Presby.
So
Everybody thought I had failed. So maybe they don't mean but I surprised them when I was standing there with good grades because I was processed to learn. And you say, you don't need to buy all these things for them. But the schools don't even teach. Time for teaching. Teachers are doing businesses in town. They leave their classroom to go and do business, especially the rural areas.
Really?
Oh, bro. Trust me. Some teachers are yam sellers and they concentrate on that.
You are joking.
I tell you. I recently watched a documentary where the time for classes, the teacher wasn't there. And the people went to town, the teacher was selling yam.
Hey, we'll be a branch.
Wow.
Thursday, market day, okokra.
While school fees are being paid.
Inti we no enya upon our better. Teacher nim say one trade no. Inti obe finding ways and means to get the kid passing. So they would go and buy all this material. Do you really hear Morning Star and all those people in the news like that?
No.
They teach their kids. They make sure that they are in line. So it could be done. But any quadroni Jimmy, it's almost a classroom.
Hey, I really like you. You really said the word straight.
Yeah.
You know.
You know.
They don't tell them about me.
Oh, I like you good.
Oh, I
like it.
I don't know how to do like this.
I like it straight.
I see.
With the penetrate.
Actually.
Straight.
No.
No, don't call me when you are not ready for that thing. Call me, be ready.
Let's just hope that next year. Let's hope that
What's up
next
for that
year's
guy?
thing.
When is the funeral and all those?
Yesterday I heard there was a vigil
For who?
for him.
That Akiyana.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So yesterday I think some people, I think they walked from Achimota to
Hey, sir.
yeah, I saw it on
Despite media.
Was it?
Yeah, because he came there and Keche Kwame Appiah came around to come and talk about it.
Oh.
So I knew where they were going to end. But as to if it happened, because I haven't seen anything online yet.
I saw it on social. I think it was on Zion Felix's page.
Oh, okay.
I saw Nana Debra. You know that Nana Debra, right? Abu Skeleke.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Abu Skeleke. Yeah. So I saw Nana Debra with candles, and how Nana Debra super. I don't know why he was excited. Like hey, all of them with candles. Hey. Like, hey.
They were Shinjama.
So
Hey, they were Jama.
so look,
Reunion.
Somebody will die.
Oh, but it's a reunion.
Who
I see.
And they were jamming
that
to
is a smart move.
Yeah, here is one. They say he's look-alike. The guy is singing his songs. I mean, he's look-alike.
So he also came. Or see,
Is it me and Nasa or say RNA kill?
Oh, that be some. So they go.
nobody they look like Bologna.
So
They
they
look
were
alike.
there was a vigil.
Nice.
The voice. Masa, you look alike and you sing alike. that Akiyana had a sweet voice. I mean, his music, I don't know whether the funeral is why is it today?
I don't know. I honestly
Because for a
don't know.
vigil, that it sometimes it precedes the funeral.
I have a question. Penifo Amoha, teach me. Why do they say we are getting now watching, which is 1 week, and yet sometimes it's maybe 1 month and they call it now watching. Sometimes maybe 2 weeks. Why?
Unya santini.
Munchemase.
Because it's a ritual,
Okay.
and it is just to commemorate the passing.
Okay.
Commemorate na ayede.
Oh, nani funeral no na yere.
Na yenye funeral na 1 week no 1 week na
Oh,
ayede.
say na
No,
yere.
but she's asking a very valid question.
It is. That's what I'm
They
saying.
say
It
1
is.
week, then they go do the thing 1 month.
No, the 1 week is The 1 week is to announce. It is a formal announcement of the funeral.
Okay.
So it wouldn't just come like opening that Acadia way. Yeah, and also said 28. And then you go announcing on the radio station. Back then, there was nothing like radio or anything of the sort. So it was a gathering. Whilst they cry, they all meet, think about certain things. There were some in Sawa, small to help. Of course, yes, to
and
help.
1 week.
Yes,
they bring water.
They bring all of these things
and all those things.
All of these things are brought.
But it was actually 1 week.
Yeah.
No,
So
what I'm saying is that
nowadays,
you see, I'm explaining.
Okay,
So all
okay.
of these things are brought together to serve as a reminder that Charlie, we have something ahead. Oh, so your widow's mite may contribute
Okay.
to the main funeral. So where the kakraba, that's the Nsawa. Even with the 1 week, just that it's not as bigger as the main funeral.
Right, it's as bigger as the main funeral.
I know.
Oh, of course,
right?
yes.
Yeah.
Times have changed. There's computer.
Yeah.
Yeah, times have changed.
Now the 1 week is actually bigger than the funeral.
Were you in Kumasi on Thursday?
No.
But you heard about it?
Yeah, I heard. I heard about it.
You should have seen.
But that then brings me to something I saw somewhere. Once upon a time, Marco Krekumante said something about funeral
tourism.
and then
Right.
some of us bashed him.
No.
Wow.
No,
What was the bashing? I mean, I'm saying it was correct.
I'm saying that people bashed him.
Right.
People
And I'm
didn't
saying
get
that
the
it was
concept.
very good. It was a very good
Yes, a
concept.
lot of people on the other side said it was rubbish for him to come and tell us that why should we go and do funeral tourism? Well, because people didn't get time to understand, or maybe he also didn't get the time
To explain the concept.
Explain the concept very well.
I think it was a wow. And honorable wow.
No, he said that,
He said
right?
about the way he said it. He said it so we'll do funeral tourism and then we'll share Sobolo and people shifted the conversation to the Sobolo and Co. That became the lead. So in
Communication.
Honorable Okekus Mante's bid to explain, it became a bit more difficult because there was a certain precedent out. Papa Kaya with the Sobolo, we share Sobolo like funeral tourism who Sobolo. What I said. So it became, but as he said,
Because I watched the Mampong Hines funeral. I'm like,
Wicked.
oh wow,
Wicked.
this is proper tourism here.
Tradition.
Proper
culture.
proper tourism at play.
Display.
But hey, only one coca.
And yes, I want to know why because we need a lot of education. All of these things I'm talking about, this explanation about the 1 week thing, I'm not even explaining it properly. Maybe there is something deeper.
There
Do you
should
understand what I'm
surely
saying?
be.
Sorry?
There should be.
Yeah.
Me, I what I know was it was the 1 week proper. Then the family will sit down, make mention of the dates of the funeral. Well, like you're saying,
Yeah.
every contribution, all family come together. We So it's a proper arrangement. But how they then shifted to 1 month, some even do it after 3 months and come and tell us that it's the 1 week.
Yeah.
I can confidently, I don't know if I'm permitted to say, but I'm very much aware, especially about the one we went to Kumasi a few days ago, because he's a chief, right?
The Mampohini thing or
No, not the Mampohini. Mampohini he's grand. Do you understand? There's a chief of a town. Okay.
Hold it. I need explanation or something. The Mampohini, is he the? People are asking, so I'm also asking for
Please
them.
get close.
Is he the heir apparent to the Asante Hene or what?
Not the heir. No. Mampohini is not the heir to the Asante throne.
I'm not asking for myself.
Mampohini is
I
like,
also don't know.
Mampohini is like he holds the key.
To a city.
To the Otumfuo's palace. He's very powerful. Yes.
You see, you don't know. A lot of people
For
are asking
education,
questions
no.
No,
Who is this guy
Mampohini is powerful. Mampohini is powerful.
Wait.
In fact, formally, before you get to Otumfuo, he is like the next in command. He be tough. Mampohini be very tough. No be children. Yeah. Mampohini be very tough.
But people didn't understand why he had that grand funeral.
But of course,
They were asking,
that's why I mentioned that he's
who is
grand.
this guy that...
He's not a guy.
No, I'm sorry. Who's this man that he's been, the thing didn't look children, like you said.
Yeah.
So a lot of people don't understand.
Yeah, Mampohini hard. Be small like that. Sure. Hey, I beg.
No, I am not asking questions for those who probably are wondering that why did this guy get such a grand deba as a funeral?
Sure.
Because everybody in Ghana was there. Everybody who matters in the society Ghana kind of was there. So we don't. It's like anyway.
Because me, immediately I heard of his passing, I said, "My God, this is huge." Hey, hard. Hey, Charlie, breakfast is served.
Oh yes, the breakfast was that same people that
Yeah.
Yes.
It was good.
Very delicious.
It was good.
Right.
It was good.
A big shout out to Ambi Restaurant, and Daddy Worm's Kitchen. Daddy Worm's Kitchen. Thank you very much for serving us breakfast. Thank you. Ambi Restaurant is at East Legon. Okay, guys, we are live on Hitz 103.9 FM. It's Showbiz Review Extra. We are live on Facebook. Kindly link up and send your comments and I'll read them on air. Now let's look at the story about.
Robert says, "Can I come for my breakfast?"
Yeah, Rob, we're waiting for you. The Ghana Music Awards closes today, formally.
Okay.
With the music summit
today.
Yes, the music summit. I hope you're coming.
Yes, but
please
it has to be snappy because I'm on my way to.
Abuja.
No.
With their own check.
Yes, with
their own check. I'm not going to cast just because I'm looking for new faces. Sherif Manson is speaking. Were you here at when she came for the? No, man, you missed. It was a very good interview. Tilly, you are not here.
No. I come here only on Saturdays.
Oh.
Yeah. Weekend special.
But why?
Agla feeling for the weekend side. I think weekend now the whole week violence near park.
So the whole violence.
Why you don't go make a come only Saturday?
Violence.
From now on, I'll come only Saturday.
Masa answer.
Most reps say. Tell me to have violence.
No. What are the name now? What are brand one?
That be say about Saturday.
No.
Me here on no bulldog wa.
But where that guy dey?
Charlie, me, I don't know, Seth.
Anyami.
I don't know, Seth. Okay. Sherif Manson. She says she's not looking at casting new faces. She's not looking at new faces like this one there. Yes, or you are this or you are that. We are new, you know. Have you?
I've seen the video.
You've seen the video,
yes,
okay,
I
right?
have.
Go ahead.
Well,
for our dear listeners who
haven't, okay, sure.
Sherif Manson has stressed that landing a role in the productions requires more than just raw talent. She said discipline, focus, and preparation are equally essential, particularly for new actors trying to break into the industry. Speaking on Daybreak Hits on Hitz FM with Doreen Avio, she challenged the notion that established actors are blocking opportunities for emerging talent. She said the real issue is that many aspiring actors are simply not prepared when opportunities arise. I am not going to cast just because I'm looking for new faces. And then those of the new faces who want this as much as they say they do, they need to be able to track what is happening, she said.
Yeah.
She cited several examples of rising talents whom she has supported, including Melvin, who earned a major role in Love and Country after impressing her in a smaller part. She also spoke about rewriting scenes to feature Senna and a then unknown actress she discovered during a stage performance. Despite her openness to working with new faces, she warned that many do not take auditions seriously enough. She said, if I do an audition, you need to come and you need to come prepared. Don't come in. I give you an opportunity. You say your first few lines. You've forgotten your lines. Are you serious? Sherif Manson, who has directed top Ghanaian actors such as Lydia Forson and Ash Shoko, said established names continue to be cast because they consistently deliver strong performances. However, she maintains that the industry has space for new talent willing to put in the necessary effort. Okay. I think you heard it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, I agree with her. I think one of our biggest problems in this industry has been our inability to mix the experience with the new faces. So most of the times, new ones never. We want to sort of make it seem like, what even when it comes to conversation of awards, you hear these kind of very shallow things. Man crying. And it is becoming a repeated thing in our industry. So I keep asking myself, if you don't get the new faces to sit with it or to do things with the experienced ones, how are they going to learn even the history or even the knowledge, the wealth of knowledge? How would there be that knowledge transfer from the older to the younger? Because we are suddenly cutting them off. Now, my thing is, when somebody acts for a certain number of years or acts a certain number of movies, do they automatically transition from being actors to other things? Or they stay actors? Because I've seen a lot of people say, Sherif, so you see the same people, Lady Afose, Mo, Jackie Apia, Money, but she said in the audio, when you listen to it, that these people are also actors. They are still, no matter the number of roles they've played, they are actors. And it is true. So you are the new artist coming up and you are saying that we are playing top 3, top 4 no. Are you saying that if you two become the topper, we should sideline you because you have also had your era when you are still doing music or you are doing movies? So instead of saying that, you are using the same faces too much, how about let's blend? And I think she does that. Per what she said that she wrote even a role for a lady called Senna. I know Senna is doing well on stage, but in movies, no. So she went to watch a production, saw Senna and wrote her into the script. And already existing script that she was done with, she brought her into it. You get it? So this is somebody that is willing to work with new faces. But she's not going to do that simply because I have to introduce new faces. Because these old ones, they come with certain level of experience and professionalism that she needs as her caliber of filmmaker. She needs that. But the thing too then comes as if you don't give more young people opportunities, how would you get the next Jackie Apia? That's the conversation I've seen a lot of people trying to have with that. But as I said, she didn't say she doesn't work with them. Also, there's a certain level of mileage that comes with working with these people, which is why there are some movies, they call it star-studded. The budget is huge, but the benefit that comes with it, I think one of the movies we're talking about right now, which is Straw, is because of the person leading and holding the role. If he had been a certain, new Tyler is trying a new person, I think it would have they've had to do a lot of work to get the conversation that has gone on for that kind of movie. But the Lydia Forces, the Jackie Appias, the Nadia Boari, because of how bankable their brands are, you leverage kakra when you are working with them. But the crack of it for me is that you don't have to work with new people because you have to introduce new faces. You can always blend, and they don't stop becoming actors and actresses simply because you've used them for a very long time. That is their job. No matter how old they get, David Donto is still working, Fred Amugi is still working. Have they changed because they what? Because they
go and the rest.
So because there's a Clemento, there's no more Fred Amugi. No, there should be that blend, and that is the only way we can transfer knowledge and skills from the older to the younger.
Ashes?
Yeah. You see, experience is gathered over time, and with her experience, seasonal director, producer, extraordinaire, I think she's speaking out of wisdom, not just speaking. Not because she doesn't want to create a new path or charter a new path for the younger generation who are coming. She wishes to. I mean, if there was that opportunity to get new faces who are exciting and a breath of fresh air, who wouldn't want? Everybody would want to. But it sometimes comes with so much challenges that you want to stay away sometimes from that. Because you see, the younger generations, who we call the Gen Zs, right, have their own thinking. And it is difficult to cage those people. Honestly, I have tried to manage a few of them, even the musical side. But from where we're coming from, the discipline, the work ethics, they don't have it. And they don't want to be taught. They have something in their mind. They read a lot on social media and on Google, and they seem to believe that is how the world is moving into. So your direction or what you are teaching them doesn't really hold. They want to stay and do things they want to do. It could even be in terms of dressing, right? You are being cast. Maybe you have to wear a particular kind of attire, but they will not. They have their different way of doing it. It probably doesn't even suit camera, But you tell these people and they don't mind. So that's why I started by saying she might be talking out of experience. And it's pains when you sit down trying to cast probably over 100 people and you don't even get one that suits what you think you desire to want to see on screen. So she probably might have gone through the pains over time. The discipline, which is not there, the dedication, which is not there. A lot of these younger folks now are not really into acting. They are into the screen. They want to get the fame quick, use it to do what they want to use it to do, and not the job. I was watching Jeffrey Naughty and Kasim yesterday.
Yeah, they are skits.
They are skits. And listen, if it wasn't for Jeffrey, I hadn't seen Kasim as a good actress like that. She's so natural with the God thing she's doing. The energy she's bringing, that is a professional at play. You get me? And this would have been a good education for the younger ones to watch. Not just to laugh, but to embody the skill the woman is using, right? The facial gestures, the body language, everything is so in set that you have to learn. But I'm sure 1,000 or 1,000,000 are just watching just for the laughs and not really paying attention to details. Just a few might get the angle at which probably she is going and might want to learn. So there's a huge gap. There's a dangerous gap. I call it dangerous between the names you mentioned. You mentioned some names. Those like
Dakiapia,
and all of them. Have you watched that? The next generation catching up to them are not serious actors; they are skit actors. We don't really have emerging actors, we have skit actors.
But the skit actors,
Wait, hold on. There's a difference from being professional, being given scripts, following anchor. And there's a difference.
Yeah, I understand. But no matter what it is, it's still acting.
See, there are two different things. Wait, hold on.
I beg you. The likes of my guy Rasnene. What's his name? Rasnene has another a popular name. Dr. Likey. Or Akabeniza. Boy's got a lot of names. Back in the day when he was very active with the Kumawood movies,
it didn't fetch him money.
It's not just about the money.
Okay, or what?
He wasn't given any proper role. It's either he's a hooligan, he's an armed robber.
But he played it very well.
Yes, but he was not. The light was not shown on him in those kind of movies. I'm only trying to break what you said about the skits. Right now, what he's doing, he's only acting in skits.
You know why he's good?
No. Abago, back in the day, if they had given him roles to play all the things he's playing now, Ghanaians would have shut it down. They wouldn't have paid any attention to him.
Do you know why he's good? Do you know why he's good? Do you know why he gets it so right? Because he's gone through a certain training.
Okay. What about the likes of Chicheku? Which movie was he acting?
No,
but the boy is very good.
That's what I'm saying. You're not getting my argument. Okay. My argument is not that they are not good. I'm saying that give somebody proper role, give him scripts, read and act. It will be a problem.
Hard. That is true.
That's the other thing, it's not about skits.
Very, very
the skit
true.
You can just sit here and do something, yeah, then we go.
That is true.
But when we give you a line,
that's true,
to follow,
that's true.
Detail, you go see 1,000 go lost. They don't even know where to start from.
Kumawood.
Bro.
No, I'm only telling you because I've acted with them. I've worked with them. Do you know how they did their stuff? Although they were well scripted, but they give you the script, you read it, then the director comes to tell you, Ashes, and say, okay, Ashes be Ramon to Ramon. Ushen almost at I know Shannon and work him, and to one won't see. But Ashes won't be taking the cool. And I say, okay, guys, lights, camera, action. then you improvise.
Great. Which is acting too. Now what he's saying.
No, I understand him. I'm backing him here.
Let's get to the movie Straw. You know why everybody's talking about that movie? It is not the storyline per se. It is the person in character.
The acting.
And the way she possessed the role. Putting herself into the line and bringing it out is what everybody's talking about. She brought the movie out. You understand me? Another person can take that same script and won't get it. Another professional probably will not get it like the way this person put herself through. Those people that you see them walking around, they are not people who just started acting. Oh. You know about this Hollywood thing. You can't just wake up one day and say, maybe it might meet you on the way. But 90% of those people in Hollywood are trained, seasoned, trained actors and actresses who learn their role. I did a few things for what you call it, DSTV. And when I started, I thought it was just what you call it, like just talk. But I went through a certain training from DSTV. Then I realized that you have to actually put yourself right in sync, lost in your memory, come out with the role, the character role. So you knowing how to act is one. Everybody can act though, but the role in person. Now the Dr. Lucky thing you said, he had followed a lot of these actors, seasoned actors, right? So you see how he has trained the people around him. So they get it natural. There are 1,001 skits outside which don't cut as well. You watch them and you are, you just want to laugh. These people, I skip them all the time. But I watch Likey and I'm stuck because he's in character.
I read it so wild.
He puts himself into the role and makes it so nice. There's another guy who wears that check red suit. I've forgotten his name.
Oh, the hell, senior man
Leila.
Crazy guy.
I also like the way they put themselves in the role. But you don't find most of these, if you watch like 1,000 of them, you find only a few who are acting natural and being in role. That's what we are talking about. And I'm saying that is why probably Shelley is struggling to get new characters. People are not ready to learn. They are ready to become superstars overnight and use the fame to collect men and do what they won't do. So it's not about the acting for now. So you can cast 1,000 girls and you won't get some. Because all they want is put me on the camera, make I go find some sugar daddy.
That's true. So I come from the theater background, and the experience or how we are trained for theater and stage. I don't know.
We go talk that thing on radio.
I feel like every actor must go through the stage.
Bring money, no make you shout.
Every actor must go through stage, and when you see actors who have gone through the stage, you are able to see. Because their professionalism, their skills, and then the way they are able to embody the characterization of a character or of the script, it is hard to find. Honestly, that is one honest conversation that we must have to as an industry. I feel like there should be some form of at least there's a way to go school have some stage training, because the ability to even take lines in, learn the lines, communicate the lines, and know how to pick. It's not a joke, and that gap it is true. There isn't. If I ask you that mention the generation after the Jackie appears,
you have Lila.
That have like 5 female. The generation after Jackie appear 5 female that almost so many more had the acting when you see them. The way they handle role.
And how did the Jackie appears emerge? They emerged from proper training from what's that guy's name?
Ivan.
Ivan was a proper teacher. So we saw things we do for love. We could tell that these were stars that were going to emerge. And yes, of course, we have the Ajete Anands and all of them emerging from that side. And they've become superstars because they have learned their craft. I was on set with Ajete Anand sometime. I was just marveled at the guy's attitude towards work.
Just put himself in a character.
Crazy.
That's another thing. Clemento Suarez, that guy, I keep saying that he will reign for long. That guy, with all his talent and all his fame, rehearsal time.
Fendiago.
Hey, the lines. Everybody is in. Obedience on the lines. You for lay your lines before you can, because you cannot come and delay somebody and always on the lines because you don't have your lines. No.
Because he's from the school of performing arts.
That's
Let
what I'm
me read some
saying. That
comments.
training there, they all forget.
Vafi Morris says, good morning, Hitz FM family. I'm watching live from Gurley and South Beach Community, Monrovia, Liberia. And Emil Smith says, Andy, you're looking sharp. Well, thank you very much. Kennedy Ejeda says, good morning, guys. Kabi Rhyme says, he wasn't talking to Shatta Wale, you see. Brian Saturday says, every day Andy has a story. Yes. Odo Morgan is laughing. 5,000 Boy says, this one be Tilly Power. Hey, you hate Tilly Power. Joseph Lawel Larry says, he intentionally pressed a button, Andy. I think he's talking about Medikal. Richmond Vampire says, good morning, Andy Dosty. I'm watching live from a Brie. Good work. Emirates Young says, hi, Showbiz, I'm watching live from Dubai, but I'm not even shouting. Don't shout. Ahonto Pochi says, good morning, please. Point of correction. There is no language called Chinese. This is Ahonto inside of Busmasi Akapi. But you should have mentioned the language. Which language do they speak? Is it Mandarin? I think so. Yeah, they speak Mandarin. Nana Kosi says, boss, and the ashes they talk through. He's really penetrating. They have to study hard. But are you returning to daybreak yet? 5,000 Boy says, Andy, I don't agree with Ashes in some way. You can't compare Morning Star with the schools in the rural areas. Ashes, where is he?
Up here.
You can't compare Morning Star with the schools in the rural areas. The Morning Star, the teachers are paid well. The rural areas, the teachers like 5 months off. He or she has not even received a salary. So why won't she go to the market and sell? He or she needs to feed their family, but cheating in exam hall, I don't support that. Okay. Yanji Aluta says, Boss Andy, even when you are picked to this with old ones, they turn you down, make you feel you are not qualified. So, okay, I guess I've read your thing properly. Okay, right. Adam, good morning. Welcome.
Chairman,
how are you?
I'm fine. Your side.
Good.
The suits in the we feel kakana.
Uncle, mommy. Mr. Bobby.
Nasa wenko.
Oh, maybe.
Okay. Welcome.
Thank
Welcome
you.
back to Ghana.
Thank you, Chairman.
Yeah.
Thank you.
How was the
Chairman.
experience?
I mean, it was a beautiful experience.
Where did you go?
Oh, I went to Dubai.
You went to Dubai.
Yeah.
What for?
I went to MC
GRA.
Moderate.
My God.
7th
Have you paid
edition
your
of-
tax?
Yeah. Make Foundation. ABNGO work. 7th Foundation.
All of a sudden, your voice say, calm down.
Make Foundation First Ladies, African First Ladies, First Ladies Initiative Summit. You know, it's organization based in Germany.
First
And-
lady as in Lodina?
Yeah, First Ladies from Africa. So,
Oh,
like,
first ladies.
yeah, from Africa and
Oh,
Asia.
wow.
Maldives First Lady was there. So, like,
So you be the host.
the organization, yeah, normally they come to support the first ladies to embark on a lot of projects. So, I mean, years ago they were in touch with the former first lady, Mrs. Akufo-Addo, Her Excellency, and they've been doing this over some period. So there is a forum where they meet, where they share notes. This is what I'm doing, so that other first ladies can look at some of the, initiatives their colleagues are embarking, so they can pick. Then the organization also come in with some strategies so that they can go and impact. And I must say that, I was really impressed with Her Excellency Mrs. Lorena Dramani Mahama. After her presentation, everybody, the level of clapping and other things for her, because, for her, she has just come in and she's not received like that kind of support from the organization. And on her own, Lorena Foundation, the hospitals, the renovations and the impact. The woman, the CEO of MEC Foundation, Dr. Senator Rasha Khaled, was so amazed with what she's been able to achieve as an individual.
Right. So you went there as the MC?
Yes, the MC. And I mean,
and you, how much were you paid for it?
oh, it's an NGO, you understand? So I mean, it's.
I'm not saying
committing
it's not
to-
an NGO. It belongs to FBI. What I'm asking is, were you
FBI,
paid?
It's an NGO.
Were you paid? Simple question.
An NGO answers
Were
the
you
question.
paid?
Were you paid?
It's an NGO.
Why NGOs don't they
So
pay?
when you were booking the flight today,
I
you
beg,
told them
hold on.
it's NGO.
They booked it.
Silly. Are you saying an NGO doesn't pay?
Andy,
No, the question
I've
is.
not said that.
No,
I'm saying
and
it's an NGO.
I'm fine that we understand. Were you paid? Remember when you
An
chair me may say,
NGO. An NGO.
and they say the breakfast now, Bano. But you can.
Oh, no, Miss Sarah.
Ah,
Remember, I read me.
what could Dubai
When
about?
the first lady for transition.
What's whoa? Did you meet Tinubu's wife?
Oh, Andy,
Did you meet?
she's an amazing personality.
Yeah.
I mean,
He write down for his
Yeah.
Facebook say Nigerian first lady say for me time for
I would say.
Hold on, when you met her, did she give you some naira?
A big congratulations to Her Excellency, Madam Oluwemi Tinubu, CEO.
You even know her
CON.
name very well.
I mean, she's an amazing woman.
Right.
She walked straight to me and was like, "Young man, what country do you say you are coming from again?"
This one where
And
you
I said,
talk. I'm mad.
Nigeria.
simple,
Hey,
man.
Ghana. And I said, Ghana. And he said, you really did a good job.
Thank
I
you.
really admire the work you did.
Right.
Hey, the crack
Never cried
guy
the
say,
Oh,
same.
we exchanged pleasantries.
Yeah, no, Etihad, where you paid?
Were you
Pleasantries.
Were you
No, this one be pleasantries.
Listeners, thank you very much for staying with us. We are live
I'm
on
actually
it.
FBI for town. Yes.
See, just as I was saying, this FBI people, they're here.
Make a
Oh,
day
not
my
be now.
garage. Make a day my
And who was the lady
garage.
taking the videos of you? No,
Oh, my camera is my videographer.
you don't
So you
see.
went to the video.
Who is the
My
lady?
Who
camera
was the
is
lady
my
that? Who was
videographer.
the lady that
Who is
was
the
holding
lady?
the camera when you were in the hotel room?
My camera.
In your hotel room.
My camera was my videographer.
So who held the camera?
The camera held itself.
Oh, all right. Then. August is just around the corner. Okay, I had a tale for this. Reminds me. While some people are going to Kumasi,
One Kumasi we go waiting.
I go Kumasi. I'm only telling stories
I
about when I
agree.
went.
I
to-
also saw your videos, Kumasi.
Yes. I'm not talking about anyone about to get married or anyone
Sewara.
who had been married or something. But I don't know why immediately Ashes has jumped to defense. What
Sewara.
kind of?
Maybe he feels you enjoyed in Kumasi.
No. I'm not
You
talking
spent the
about
night there?
Now, let me be truthful.
You spent
here.
the night?
No, let me tell you why. Yes.
My bro.
Congratulations is in order.
Wow.
To who?
To who?
We are making home.
Simon, congrats.
Huh?
For what?
Hold on, over. Okay, I tell you what.
For what?
So in August, Menyere,
Shirley from Pomway
Aye,
na
then.
yeah, bomb pie say girls and the boys no I'm very serious for them.
let's stay with the topic. So there, listeners, we just had information that Akedi's 1 week celebration is today.
1 week rather. Not
Yes,
the funeral.
no, it's a 1 week.
I thought it was
So they
yesterday.
did a vigil for the 1 week.
So I don't because per the information I'm getting now is rather the 1 week.
But you know something saddens me about that Arcades thing.
What?
There's been a whole lot of talk about KD in the media, which I feel was so unnecessary.
Who, me?
No, like KD, like the whole way the reportage about his death and the way people have dragged him, it really pained me.
Yeah. I mean, the saddest part was
It's really pained me. I'm
his
like,
auntie, the
Charlie,
woman that
yes,
came
I
talking
watched
about how
all those
much
things.
she owed her and
so unnecessary.
So,
Charlie,
I
Efun
loved how
Kasao.
Keche Kwame Appiah handled it on the Insha FM with the Insha FM interview. Keche Kwame Appiah did a good job. That this shit, that. Okay, my question is, he was owing you, yeah, he owed you. So what? How are you going to get the money?
But it's asking, why am I making no change? Well, we now no even Kasano na Obeka and say, you see, yeah,
the woman say what the pay number say.
Where is the document that shows that the guy owes you?
Okay, the woman say what the pay number say. A year no cry no. Moya mo sandi akọ baby you abroad no only place for.
Kasi enfa ye nimre na ye. Can the saka can enfa mre na ye. No, be all this. Because KD is not just any ordinary person. No. Let's put some respect on that KD's name. Honestly, he really, really paid his dues to the Ghana music community.
So, according to the things, 1 week observation today, 21st June is today, right? 21st is today at East Legon Executive Clubhouse, the 1 week observation of that KD. Listeners, we're live on Hitz. The final part of the song that KD sings into say ana minsumeko ana say ana minsumeko. Charlie. All right, let's move on. So Robert Class says, Adam, yes, he was paid. Attention. He was paid with attention. Okay, now Amerado is speaking. Amerado says, make good music. Don't chase hits. Amerado to fellow musicians. Ghanaian rapper Amerado has encouraged musicians to prioritize creating meaningful music over chasing chart-topping hits. The award-winning musician emphasized the importance of artistic integrity, urging artists to trust that dedication will align opportunities. He also highlighted the need for financial foresight, advising musicians to invest in their future. In an ex-post on Thursday, June 19, he wrote, "Make good music, do not chase hits. Do your bit and the spirits of grace will get things aligned. Now, don't forget to invest. Anyhow, you can. Go for the trophy and turn your naysayers into believers." Now, my issue here is this. With what Amerado is saying, encouraging musicians to prioritize creating meaningful music over chart-topping hits. If Amerado not make chart-topping hits, would he make all the money he's making today? Because he was just a rapper and his rap made a lot of sense. But did it bring money? Media, I'm just asking. Ashes, let me start with you. Or you agree with what he's saying?
Yeah, to a large extent.
Okay, but to a smaller extent.
You need the hits to survive, but you shouldn't chase the hits to survive. You know.
What kind of ambiguity is that? You need the hits to survive, but you don't chase it.
Okay, so.
Because if you don't chase it, how do you
hold on. Let's take Kwabna. I want to use my own artist as an example. He's been dropping songs, but the songs he's dropping are not chart-topping songs currently, right? But because he had done existent work, right, in the past, which were timeless music, he's still in demand. So if you do good music, which would last a lifetime, you would be in demand. Our own Kodentry might not be dropping hits right now, but he gets shows to play here and there. Amachi Dede is not releasing hits now, but he's very, very hot. And you can't even pay his charges. And there are other musicians who don't have the hits. For example, they don't really, probably now currently, will not have top charting songs. But because they did timeless music, good music from yesterday, they are relevant. But most of them are not focusing on the good music aspect, but using chorus, using phrases, using jargons that are which will just wipe away. And then the music is gone. You understand me? So I'm thinking in line that's what he's saying. Because I have heard a couple of songs of him which are really good music and will last the test of time. You know, so if his focus has shifted from just trying to find the phrases and then put it in and then it will wipe away, but he wants to delve into good music because I'm sure he probably is feeling that touch by people. People tell him that, oh, Charlie, someone like Famille. I mean, no matter what you say about Peter, he does some really good music, timeless music. And last time I was in Bolari's office, and he was busily singing the praise song. Like, he said, bro, this song every morning. These are inspirational music, timeless, and every time somebody wants to do something, your first that comes to mind. Because at least 5 to 10 songs which are meaningful songs, and they make meaning not only to the person but probably to the colleagues or friends around him. So that's what the young man is probably saying, that don't just chase the clouds because it will whisker away. What will you do? We've had certain musicians which we don't hear of them again because they were so fixated at getting a hit rather than doing songs. You have a song that I still like till now. One guy now say, what is it?
What?
Your song with EL. What's the title? 1K. Timeless. A good song. It doesn't matter whether it was top or not, but there are music when you hear, your soul actually relaxes and you feel you are in sync with what the author is trying to put out. And that's exactly what he's saying.
Adam.
Chairman.
Yeah. Well, you paid 1K.
He said
that's your song title of your song.
Yes, but were you paid 1K?
Dollar, Sani, are you?
I hope you are doing well.
You're asking me.
Dubai, you are going to Dubai with $, or G-Euro, and now dollars are dropping. And them, a budget $.
Mr. Dosty.
Yeah, OJ then Euro.
So the Amerado. Okay, man, me pushing my account. Okay, fine.
You.
Okay.
August. August 21st.
Amerado. Oh, Amerado time we read a new song there.
Yeah, they were trying to see.
Oh,
Hey, God.
don't worry. Money be the submission.
Mr. Dosty. Amerado, what he's saying, it's an advice which somebody can look at different aspects of the advice. All of us here, at every level you are, you have a certain kind of motivation. And, there are basic motivations types which we all come across as we are growing up in whatever thing we are doing. Andy, I'm not sure that the kind of motivation you had when you started your profession as a DJ or presenter is same today. We have basically there is the intrinsic and the extrinsic motivation where people are motivated within. So when you look at the intrinsic motivation, the intrinsic motivation is about motivation which comes from within yourself as a person. So that is driven by personal interest, that, I have an interest, I want to do music. So the fact that you're able to get into the studio and record, that satisfaction you have is enough. Like, you've achieved your passion. I'm sure the first day you went on radio or TV, and it was going on. You enjoyed the passion that, like the fact that you've achieved your passion, or maybe a certain personal goal has been achieved. However, when you are growing in the space, you realize that the intrinsic, in a way, will be there, but the extrinsic will come in. That is the external. So at this point, you are looking at rewards. You are looking for a certain achievement. You are looking for a certain monetary gain. You are looking for a certain validation. So you can be intrinsically, you can be motivated to be doing all those good songs, but it will get to, and I'm listening to his interview where that point where he was not getting the needed recognition and the big hits, it was affecting him. Mm-hmm. You understand? And it came, then boom, I said, you BA feel so. So you will graduate, certainly, you will graduate from the intrinsic to the extrinsic, where a certain external motivations will push you. And that is where you like, I need some songs which will make everybody hear of me. That will bring me money. That will bring me awards. That will bring me motivation, which are external. And there is nothing wrong, because at times that kind of motivation can get you to do something which will take you to the next level. Because maybe you want to, Charlie, I want to have the biggest song in Ghana. that will make you look for the good production. It will make you look for, do the things which will get you there. So I don't think it's always bad to have in mind that you want to have a hit song or you want to have something which will take your career, blossom your career from the scratch. Because we've had people who just start and boom, they have a big song. There are others who, they will do the good song, it will get to a point, they will even get tired because at that point, the intrinsic motivation will drop. And they will be looking at, wait, and start here. And we hear artists who talk about those things like, I started with this guy. So have the two. That's what I'll say. Have the two. Have the intrinsic, and work towards it. And it will be good for you.
All right, Akiyana.
Okay, I agree with everything they've said, but here's my thing too.
But
why can't I have a hit that is a good song?
Oh, you can. You really can.
Basically, that is all the conversation should have been.
There's a lot of hit songs which are really good songs.
Yes, mommy, 1 finger, 2 finger.
So what's it? I didn't change.
No, it's not a good song. No, good song.
No, wait, what's wrong with that finger? Well, it depends. It is your music.
Yeah,
you know the motive. Shut up there. You know the motive behind what you did.
Because I listen to that song.
Because imagine if my children, daddy, mommy, one feel like, hey, like.
See, I didn't change it.
Because he's your artist. You can put out your chest and say, and can't read it, then why are you barring it?
And this song is different. Wunti, sweetie, me da, banana, na. You're telling me that you can't have a hit and we have a good song.
Say someone sent me a link and I showed him. They were using the song to do some things. So what I did was that.
He said I would challenge you.
So Ashes, Charlie Babeti have what was Anna Mami Shadi. Who was already? I'm with the Yaniama. You, as a manager, can hit your chest and say, look, this song is not going, it's not part of the list. Why did you allow it to come out?
No, it's a good song. It depends on the censorship and you understand?
All of these things he's talking about, even me.
No, but that song is not bad. I don't know. Like, mommy, 1 finger, 2 finger. It's a nice song. Very smooth song.
Very.
You know better.
And the where's your funny breakfast? Like, what's it? Minka finger one.
Continue la.
Yeah, Dosty sama man.
Okay, so that's the thing. So I think the Adam captured a part of what I wanted to say. Where you are in your journey as a musician will determine what you do or what you see as your goal. A lot of artists have done good songs that are not going anywhere. We don't even know their names. And they are struggling because they are not getting the hit. Some of them changed from their usual and then got the hit. I'm saying that the two of them can be right. You can have hits that are good songs. So instead of saying that, don't focus on hits, say that focus on good songs. So if the song becomes a hit, and no, you are saved for the rest of your life. As he's saying, kwabna good songs, he's still eating from it now because it's a good song and it was a hit. Now, you are talking about your friend is saying the hits, as in like, every artist that goes into the studio, they are hoping to get a hit. Mm-hmm. It just doesn't become a hit. So they settle for good. And it was a good song. I don't think that Amerado goes into the studio and says, a new media.
But some songs, sorry to cut you, but there are some songs you do and you go like, nafa. Or as
it happened. Yeah.
Because you ask them and they say, media album, it was the least on the album crowd.
It's like Stone Boys Putu.
Or the Diagra.
But majority of artists like Amerado.
But on a level, no. When who a lot of hits are like Stoneboy they put, so he can go and have fun in the studio and just
yeah. And I make us say if Stoneboy put one hit and come back and say, oh, it wasn't a good song, then you can't expect. But as long as when you are butcher a tronom and who say, oh, my share, and they say, oh, baby, most of the boys. When they enter the studio and they hear this almost a hit, they compensate themselves with. I'm just saying that as long as you are doing the song, you've done the song, you are promoting it, you are aiming for a certain target. If your good song reaches there, it is good. It adds to you as the artist. And when you say when you hit song like very soon, and not only you by family. Can you imagine the beauty of that song and how long it will live on? He doesn't have to choose between the hits and the good song. So I think his advice should have said, oh, they are power hits, but do a good song. Send your bear, that song can live after you. Because a lot of artists who got the hit has died and they are still now struggling. But they could have gotten that big hit and then they would eat from it. But because on your hit now any good in Tino, Waboka. Obi so any good song, but hit in him to all Boka constantly. So why can't we have the two?
I think she's right.
Yes, it's intriguing what she's saying. Like Obi so any hits, but all Boka. Can you elaborate a bit?
Because when you hit the status, because now it wasn't a good song Audinia hitting, he's forced to do more now, living on a budget that is not coming. So for artists like, let me give a typical example, as you even said, he doesn't have to do songs now, but he's living off Ninyuma Awaye.
Like who?
You said your friend is saying the Rasta man, the legends. Kojenchi, the Lumbes and Co. They are living off Ejuma Omaye, so they don't have to spend so much now in their craft and probably try to get another song. Another hit song. There are artists who, because Omunya hits, their name have gone to a certain level. Now they are not getting money from any new good song of theirs or any hits now. They are forced to maintain the lifestyle that they can't even afford because Omu hit no, Omu one hit na enye emunye do no, Omu do a certain level. They are forced to now do more productions trying to catch up to that hit. And they are not getting again because Ebetomu. It was some trend going on and I know they're in a fire. So now you are forced to live a certain lifestyle of a hit artist that you cannot even replicate the hits because now you have to show working. The working is not coming. There are some other artists too, because they did good songs. They are living, they are making money and don't have to put so much in. But so typical example, Kojenchi. That Ben out to Kojenchi say we're dropping new product and I say oh yeah promo na baby. How much did they? What you say? So I am just saying that you can have a good song that is a hit, and once you get that and you get that in fact multiple times.
On the other hand, too, there are other musicians who do real good music, really good music, but you hardly hear of any show or bill that puts them on. A typical case, well, I might be wrong, but somebody like Walasi, I love that guy to bits.
Brutal.
I love his music.
Amazing talent.
But I don't see why he is not actually like getting the needed attention, because if you listen to the creativity of that boy, it's hard.
Every man.
I mean,
it's really hard.
My next song may feature.
No, but I saw him recently when they were doing the Black Star Experience launch. He was on stage to perform, and I feel like those kind of artists.
He's not your candidate that you regularly see on your Ghana Music Awards or your big headline show. He's not your regular candidate. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. But Walasi's musics are hard. Manifest, same. Manifest drops good songs, but you rarely would see him, being built. I
have a feeling fans will get emotional about it.
No, go ahead with whatever you want to say.
So it's just with what we are saying now. I think for Walasi, I have been to his concerts before, and the place, it was crazy. So he has a cult following, people that love him and follow him. And I'm sure he plays corporate gig because there are people that love that kind of song.
True.
But you see, same as the conversation we are having, I don't think there is that lead song, that's a major national continental hits that artist has that puts his name there. Because if he has that one as I was saying, the two can be mutual.
As a monster hit.
Yeah, a monster hit. I think it would have carried all his songs along because he has already good songs that has its cult following. So I'm saying that imagine every man be God a blow a monster hitter. Walasi is set for life because he has the good song, the repertoire of good songs that as in the cult following, so you call the concerta and you're back to back and we are singing word for word. So imagine all these songs were global hits and I was a hitter. Can you imagine? Like because the song, every Abayin baby Subia, that song is relevant to you.
Well, Walasi can just look. He just gets into the booth, closes his eyes, and it comes. Bad writer.
He's a phenomenon.
Mad.
Yeah,
I happened to
got
get him in the
melodies.
studio. I worked with him and Charlie.
But you see, getting a hit,
Serious.
Getting a hit, it's not just about the musical. So many things, so many variants that come together for a person to actually get their hits. And some people produce that great hit, but don't follow up. And if you don't follow up, don't expect the music to walk by itself.
When you say follow up, what does it mean?
A lot. You see, music is not just like an entity for two people. It's a broad spectrum, right? And it involves a lot of people, a lot of ideas. As I sit here, whenever I release a song or we're about to release a song, ask him. He's one of the first people I'll send to for him to listen. I want his take. DJ Ashman. I have some people. I'll send to all of them. Everybody gives me their opinion. So do you know what it does? As he's heard the song in his head and he knows how good the song is, when he moves and he meets another person and there's a conversation, he's probably saying it. So the person also puts this in his head, also goes to spread it. So word of mouth, before the song itself drops, it's already walked.
Hey, strategy so heavy.
Yes.
Of course, because hits are not just made in the studio.
Please, I'll take your number. Okay.
Listeners, we are live on Hits 103.9 FM. No, hits are not made in the
If you
studio.
just do the song
An
and you think, say,
investment.
If hits are made in the studio, I
Asami
don't
Kwame
think.
will meet you anywhere and call you.
Come now, he's always driving there. These guys, they will come.
Yeah. And that's how it is. So I conscientize his mind towards what I'm about to do.
And be say you are telling him that Charlie, you base way free, and he says, "Oh my area." Once you tell him, he's going back to
do it
correct
because
it.
you heard something that
Charlie sound.
I felt like.
After repeating our
Tilly, let me tell you something you don't know.
Please tell me.
Let me tell you something you don't know.
Tell me.
Now, when the Kim Promise conversation started, I had a conversation with Ike. He mentioned you and 3 other people to me. And I said, go for Tilly.
Oh, Pacho.
That's what you don't know. You probably don't know.
Oh, nice.
There was a conversation behind before you got in the role. I said, go for her. And I called Ike back after when you started. Then I'm like, yo, the girl is doing good. Enroll her after this. Don't just leave this girl. I'm saying this on radio. Ike, you got me a BA. He said, oh, no, we got plans. When you made the Stoneboy conversation about when you said something, I called him. I'm like, you know what? She's doing good, but I think these lines won't help. Let's tame it. In communication, there's a way you might leave traces that you cannot come back to erase. You understand me? You might be doing a great job, but there are certain traces when you leave them, it will forever follow you. We had those conversations. So that's how this industry roll. I go to him a lot of time. I'll call him, bro, will they do this thing? What's up? Put some. He does it.
Kabinat will call you, Charlie. I mean, so
you understand me? So if you sit down and you expect that hits, because it's a good music, it should automatically get to the DJ for the DJ to play.
They owe you some responsibility.
No, it doesn't work like that. We walk by club to club. Evening, you go see me at the drive. I did meet every DJ on the streets. So the song probably even picks up on the streets before it gets even to the radio, or it picks up on the radio and gets to the streets.
I don't know if I'm permitted to say this.
Go ahead. Oh, no, it's education.
Kwamna. Call. You say, oh, Charlie, say, okay. I was with Hammer of the last 2. We were in the studio. Kwamna came. And then we listened to some new stuff he's bringing out. For close to 1 hour, we were thinking about what to do with one instrument. I'm telling you. Because one has, violin or something like that. One doesn't have it. So we are listening to it. He waited for us to listen to the one without violin. Then he brought the one with the violin, like, Charlie. No, play the other one again. No, okay, let's listen to the one that has the instrument. Let's listen to the one that doesn't have it. Like, we went back and forth, sir. Me count nicely and to me, because me pay the one without it. How much I pay the one with it? No, Charlie, no, come back. Charlie, no. You be like, I agree with Andy. As come now, they go, no, Charlie, no, make we use the other one. Like, do you understand? So I'm very sure for someone like Kamnakon, he may release both. And maybe if Alain makes or something Andy makes or Ashes makes or something, just to differentiate it so that it wouldn't be like, hey, it was a mistake bringing this in or taking this out. A musician that listens. And these are some of the things that makes a hit.
Of course.
You have to listen. That's all.
And then that listens.
Yes.
Of course.
And then have a...
Hey, let me say this on radio, eh?
Say it.
Patapa called me.
Patapa is my favorite.
Charlie?
No.
Patapa called me and you know they get me. So he sent me a message. And I said, oh, I'm in London.
So just set you.
Oh, no. I said, I did London. I said, okay. Oh, Poppy, I'm releasing a song with Stonebwoy, and then I want you to listen to it before. So I listened to it, and I got back to it. I said, Patapisi, the song is good, but the problem is A, B, C, and D. He said, okay, then I'll go and correct it. I said, okay, send it to me when you are done. The next day, when I woke up, there were broadcasts of the Patapa song with a link. Stream it, then. So I called him back, like, oh, yo, what's up? Now they made out to streaming platforms, no so that. I'm like, so why were you telling me?
Come to disturb me.
Oh, them, and now I can see it then. To once I then there, yeah, and the song, although the song was good, but you see, if you don't listen, you have to listen. Just listen.
Do you know the job of Babyface, Kenneth Babyface? Do you know his job? Or Wyclef Jean? Do you know what they actually live on like now? They go from studio to studio. After you have done your productions, you need a Wyclef to sit down and listen.
And tell you what to do.
Tell you that, listen, this horns, nah, they don't fit. This, take this out. And if you like, do. If you like, don't do.
Why are creatives so protective of their creative piece? It's like...
It's their life.
Why you thought, oh, I think this will work. They bring it to you first of all.
Oh, so Obi Ejumanu, no.
Listen,
Tilly, do you know why you dare?
No, let me answer her. I am a painter. That's what I learned in school. When you are done with your painting, let's say you're doing an abstract paint, and you are done, you're doing a Hitz FM thing that's there. You are done with it. In the eyes and in your heart, you've given it your 1,000. You believe in your work. Now your lecturer comes, looks at what you've done, and tells you, no, it's rubbish. This could have been this could have been that. You will not understand. But in his eyes, right, he sees a million pictures you don't see. And if you take your time for him to explain to you why he thinks that if you had pushed this 9 a bit down and taking the 3 somewhere there, you won't understand. But as an artist, get to know that somebody is a creator. You are an artist. Somebody is a creator. So it's up to you, right, to just listen. You see, pay attention. Even God listens. He listens to us when we talk to him. He created us, but he listens to us. When we offend him and we go to him and we say we are sorry, he listens. How about you, who is going to sell something to the market? With the tomato to the market, yes, yeah, pro. We say, me the beba. Now the banana man ta. Then over there. What I say? What are the fee can buy? A child said the chemicals room into your mum pet. Oh, don't worry, me the bound better. Because you are selling something, a product to the consumer. The end game is to the consumer, right? So get some people who are from the consumer side to listen to exactly what you are bringing out and let them tell you whether it passes or not.
Right. Robert is here. He says, where are you in your life cycle? Where you are in your life cycle, I beg your pardon. Where you are in your life cycle will determine your goals. At the start, your goal will be to break through, to establish your identity, and to build your brand. The goals will change when your brand is known. You want something with meaning and possibly a legacy. If, however, You do a good song and it helps you to break through or it becomes a hit song. Amen. There are many artists with good songs, but because they are not known, those songs never get played. That's because they have not been pushed to the fore. Hits help you break through and gets you the desired attention and makes it easy for your other songs, whether hits or not, to gain traction. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the latter part. It says, there are many artists with good songs, but because they are not known, those songs never get played. That's because they have not been pushed to the fore. Hits help you break through and get you the desired attention and makes it easy for your other songs, whether hits or not.
Now, from Abraham Ohinijan, he says, not all songs must be hits. Some songs must stay in your head to solve a particular problem that you need. And those are actually hits in your head.
But that one there, you did your head.
I understand
So if it did your head, how is it a hit?
No,
Hit
see,
song in your head.
A song might be a hit in your head, but not necessarily the song becomes a bigger hit national-wide. But to your mind, you're like,
No,
oh,
I mean, it's from you, so you know you are aware of the song.
It's a hit song. Like you played that song to me. Palutane, what's that guy's name?
Shatta.
No. Oh, that thing that broke Palita through, no, that song.
Don't be a bad.
The first day you played to, I'm like, yo, this is a monster hit. And obviously, like, you could tell when it drops, it's like fire. If a hit song is coming, it's like fire. It will go, right? Like, it's been properly cooked. Yeah. You feel it. Another problem with our artists is they do not take their time to cook the song. They get to the studio, want to be released. No, take your time. Make sure your mix is tight. It might not blow now, but if it's a good song, it would find its way.
Yeah. I mean,
because every aspect of the song was properly done into the genre. And one in a more, I want to see you, whoever thought that song will hit. But have you listened to that sound quality of that song?
Yeah.
Very good.
Pangianov, right?
Yes, Panji.
Yeah, Panji.
Crazy sound.
Even the Kologo, Charlie. If you are listening to it,
Yep.
the Kologo side.
No, the mix was good. But for me, I had an issue. Charlie, I don't want any bombastic side eye.
Don't say this subject. The DJ asked me, get where you did? What that guy did?
It's good
You'll
to
be here tomorrow.
He
Tomorrow
gets mouth for this particular subject.
Tomorrow from 10 to 12.
We
Ashwin
discussed
is
this
on
a
Hitz
lot,
FM.
me and him. We discussed this particular
It's
issue.
good.
No, because when Paluta sent me the Aseda song, I said no. I said no.
I think you did something on that to make it beautiful. The one the
Odobi Ebado.
yeah, you did something. I think it was long.
No, it wasn't long.
You have
It
to
wasn't.
rearrange.
I had to rearrange it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that touch helped the song.
Yeah.
Because I think from the beginning they were singing plenty before the
Yeah.
chorus would come.
So when they sent it to me, I'm like, but why? I want to touch it. The guy said, feel free. And earlier he said no, but I didn't know. He just called me and said, go for it. Just feel free and by God's grace.
Please, do you do that for some artists, or can I send you a song so you touch it?
Send it to Kiddy.
Touch it.
Because I have a song that I want you to touch it.
Hey, Juma.
Male song.
No, it's a male song.
Oh, okay, then you can't touch it.
But there's a female on it too.
No, wait. The Paluta and Rafada song, was it a female song before I touched it? Was it a female song? When I was coming to your studio to work, was I touching anyone? When you were going to Kumasi, when you...
I mean, and the environmental scanning is very key. You know, even in PR, there is what we call environmental scanning in PR, which is very, very important. I mean, when you want to put something out, you need to be able to, look at the trends, monitor what's happening, then internally run it by other people to be able to know how it
How do you
will
call
fit
that survey?
outside.
That kind of survey has a name. Sampling.
Right. So you need environmental scanning in every space you operate so that you'll be able to understand what the environment is aligned with, so that you'll be able to come out well. Because, at times people will drop it and later they realize that I remember Watch Me. A couple of people listened to the song before we even released the song. We drove to people, they played to them, they listen, or someone will say, "Oh, can you do this?" And Charlie will get to Kwame. Charlie, this one, and it was beautiful. So environmental scanning there is very good.
Okay, we're live on Hitz 103.9. Hello, James. Thank you very much for tuning in. I see you and your beautiful lady. And Robert, thanks very much for the comments. Guys, send in yours and we'll read them on air. There's a new show on Joy Prime, Prime Time with George Quay. Now, George Quay interviewed dancehall icon Samini. Samini had addressed, with the interview, he addressed the buzz around his recent trip to the Ghana Tourism Authority office. And he dismissed claims that his visit secured him a special favor or special favors or political perks. Calling out a small but vocal group of critics who insist on unwavering party loyalty, Samini said free speech and freedom of association matter more than blind allegiance. He explained that his courtesy call was purely professional. He added that a miscaptioned social media post by a foot soldier had blown the visit out of proportion. Samini reminded viewers that the GTA serves all Ghanaians, not just political insiders. I was listening to the interview on my way to work this morning. Listeners, listen.
If foot soldiers are naive as to why I'm in that office, they come with jabs like that. I went there to pay courtesy call to Abeku Santana. I did same to KOD, and I tried to do Rex Roma's office, but he wasn't there, so I sent him a message. Yeah. So when I visited, I introduced what I was working on to Abeku. When Abeku and his team posted it on the official socials, handle, a few minutes later they took it down, and then they were talking about the fact that it went ahead of themselves because they needed the approval of the main office before they would say, okay, officially they associate themselves with this. Right. But I believe that foot soldiers should not make you feel like people aren't Ghanaians anymore, but things have to be for party and who is in power only, because I went there to introduce my project, but a foot soldier put out a caption to suggest that Abeku Santana invited me and then gave me a slice of bread. So it's like, okay, now there are things to be given to people to do. People are supposed to start benefiting from the bread that we've gotten, and you're cutting the slices and you're giving it to people that supported, on the other side, people that went against us. I would want to use this opportunity to educate a foot soldier that office that Abeku is sitting in, it's not a party office. And so if Ghana Tourism Authority as a platform is there, then every Ghanaian related to tourism should feel free to walk to that office and do tourism-related business with them.
And that was Samini talking to George Quay on the Primetime TV show. Tilly!
That was intelligently handled. Because I said the same thing. Unlike what drag gave me, I could feel the pain in my bed for saying that office is not an MDC office. So if there is a problem or if they find it challenging that somebody sitting in an office like GTA is taking care of the needs of Ghanaians who are not in their political space or their preferred political party, then they should move the office to the NDC headquarters so that they know that they are doing the NDC bidding and not the national bidding. Now, after listening to him, my question is, so they never got the approval from the top?
Oh, I'm sure he's got it, because the feel I had was that they're going to support him or something.
So why were the pictures not uploaded after the approval? Because I think it was the pictures, not necessarily the visit.
I think they went ahead their superiors.
So
per what Samini said. As I said, I was listening to the interview this morning.
Okay, so you're saying that, and he was not the first person who had visited them and had his pictures posted. So GTA on their social media platforms posted their meeting with Samini. And after a while, it was pulled down. Now, according to Samini's explanation, he's saying that the GT people are saying that they didn't get final approval from the top. So I'm saying, from then up until now, they have not still uploaded the pictures. Have they still not gotten the final approval from the top?
That one day, I think Samini will be the best person to explain. You rested. Yes. You rested your case.
Yes, I've rested my case.
What's the guy's name? KJC versus Makola. Lawyer intimidation. I arrest my case
for the vanishing.
Right. Let them go ahead.
Andy, I mean, for me, I've said it earlier that I wish we had not gotten there, and regardless of the situation, I was expecting GTA to keep the post, but I also believe that just because they are new to the office, and I mean the party foot soldiers were going, I mean, coming gun blazing at them, they were a little, and they decided to, I mean, take a back seat. I would have wished they stood their ground to keep those things there, because I mean from there it will change the narrative. It will let them understand that it's not party as usual, because at the end of the day, it is about how we can tap into other programs, among others, to ensure we achieve our goal at the office. Because at the end of the day, we are talking about a research, we are talking about impacting the very office they are occupying. So if Samini is bringing a program which can take tourists to the north, it can improve the local economy of the north and also have an impact on the tourist attraction there, then certainly it's something good that they need to come on board. You know, just explain to them and they understand that, it's not politics as usual. Because, I mean, even we've seen President Mahama had some one or two when he went to Kwewu, he went to visit his biggest rival in the past election. His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo at during the Christmas, so we are not enemies. That's a fact. So the fact that we are, political, we have different political ideologies or we support different political ideologies does not mean that if somebody has a fantastic idea which can push the nation to the next level, we should not tap into it. So, I mean, it's a good answer Samini gave, and I mean, let's all try to move away from the politics and look at the bigger picture.
Okay, Ashish.
You see, yes, I agree with all my mates have said. It's valid, but politics is a different animal. And in as much as you wouldn't want to weigh into it, like they say, it is what it is. You cannot do anything about it, especially when a government has just been elected into office and they've seen probably you being tagged as the opposition. They are not just going to open their arms for you freely like that because you have an idea. No. In our dispensation, it's a winner-take-all thing. We are yet to understand the grounds that we are building together. We are not building together here. It's a certain political party building with its people when they are in power. You might have to wait for your turn. It is what it is, and not to say that is the best precedent. It's not. But I'm saying that is what it is. So the grammar and whatever we might see will not change anything. They dare not post that picture. Truth be told, they dare not post that. Yes, let's say it as it is.
Why?
Do you know the backlash that they went through from their foot soldiers? You think it'd be a joke?
Why must this be political?
It is political. That's what I'm saying, that we haven't gotten to a certain level that we would understand that we are building a nation. We haven't gotten there yet, though. No. It's either you belong to MPP or you belong to NDC. Stay there. You can't be neutral in our dispensation. No. People know they need to understand I'm like that. And for the fact that they saw Samini and then the president, they no go agree. Whether you like it, if Bulldog was here, he would have re-echoed this. We all know that, yes, the ideas are brilliant and it shouldn't have been that way, but it is what it is. It is what it is, and it's not going to change. That's why I said they dare not post that picture, because the backlash they would receive again, I'm sure they will close down that office. I tell you, Charlie, our politics here is dangerous.
But must it be so?
It's not. That's what I'm saying, that we are yet to understand. I'm using some certain language. We as a people are yet to understand that even if I am not NDC and NDC has some brilliant ideas, let's go with it. If I'm not MPP and they have some, no. The fact that, Charlie, look at, I went to pass Dubai yesterday with a friend, and he hasn't been in Ghana.
You went to Dubai? Adam's same place.
No, but that one, Circle there. No.
So say I went to Circle Dubai.
The Circle,
and you went to pass Dubai there.
The guy was telling me that when he was leaving Ghana was when this edifice was being built. So what have we used it for?
Nothing. Waste.
Do you know why? Because the government that built it exited power right after they built it.
But it is nonsense.
Oh, Chairman, you can speak the grammar for all you care, or for all we care.
Oh, but is it right?
No, you don't get it. This is where we are as a people. That's how foolishness has engulfed our mind. That's how foolishness has engulfed our mind. We don't see that.
We left a lot of things
to
rot.
Rot. Because if it's not affiliated to party A, forget it. You know, the cars that are being just parked in certain ministries because these people did not do the procurement. So it should rot. If these people come, they go change every furniture in every office. The chair that they sit up, they change up. Because this guy sat on it. So the other part will not sit on it. There are people who have to... You don't know that thing they talk about for Ghana here.
No, but poor for this behavior.
No, but it's not.
That's why we are always poor.
It's not.
And if you
Can you
look
imagine?
That's why we are always poor.
If
you look at such a nice... I mean, it's precarious.
They will change everything.
And if you look at the whole...
Because when you pray on the chair, say, make I no succeed.
And even, you see, when you look at the whole... If you look at the whole thing...
This is where we are.
GTA open its mind to the positive side, like the business side, and how they can support the creative art by opening their office to Samini, having a meeting,
which was a brilliant idea,
taking pictures and posting it. They were just looking at, I mean, the positive side. Then go post.
Let me help you. Let me help you. They were being Ghanaians,
professionals. Yeah,
they were trying to be Ghanaians.
Yes,
but the Ghanaian say you lie.
You can't do that.
You know if you do this thing.
Oh, Charlie.
Charlie.
Why didn't they? Why didn't they chastise the president when, just as you mentioned, he went to Kwau to go visit ex-president Akufo-Addo?
He didn't go to visit
Charlie, can you imagine?
No, he had a program there.
So all of a sudden,
he had to. But he visited him.
All of a sudden, I mentioned Akufo-Addo's name and I mentioned ex-president. Wow.
That'd be how, like,
the beauty of the whole Akufo-Addo. You know the beauty of the whole Akufo-Addo thing. I recently watched a video where he was going somewhere and the chair no to follow up. I said, hey. What is that? That chair be the real good this too. The one he did that. Don't be the one he did mention. If that chair, that's the golden stew for Ghana. I don't know. No credit. We are our own problem. We are our own problem. Certain things we have allowed to become norms, eh?
Yeah,
no.
The institution, they do right thing. We say no, make the institution not do that.
If you look at the cancer and the waste at which our government or institutions they go through, it could solve so much if we think alike. But well, it's politics. When Donald Trump went to the Oval House, he also changed a lot of things.
Oval Office.
He said, no, like this, change this picture, do this. Yeah, it be him.
Oh, but see, changing it is different from leaving it to rot.
Yeah.
Which is
that you have a point. But
how do you? I mean, you remember when Okrekumanté came here? We're having a conversation, and I asked him that thing. You remember? Because look, for such a beautiful, look, the last time I went there, I saw someone urinating. Yes, Dr. Khan was our dear friend. Dr. Khan was laid to rest there. We went there for the funeral.
That was the first and last time I had entered that.
Yes. And Charlie,
but what actually
right under our noses, this guy was there urinating. Like what?
Can somebody tell me
the
what
fountain was in?
Can we have an education what the edifice was built for? What really was the purpose for that building?
Oh, but I mean,
it's the main purpose of that building was economic. I mean, because Circle, I mean, they looked at the number of cars which you use, apply Circle to the other areas, and how they get stuck at there, and the reason to do something to improve productivity, so that a lot of cars can go through that stretch without having problems. So he was in.
I thought
we're not getting it wrong.
people
We're not
would
getting
go
it wrong.
there for.
So they did. It's part of the project.
I thought it was for some recreational.
No, yeah. So it's part of the project. So they did that stretch and added that.
He's talking about the edifice, so it's not be the whole.
That's what I'm talking about.
interchange,
Yes.
flyover,
So they
what-
did that because there's in Nkrumah, it used to be known as Nkrumah Circle, and there was
Still
a
the
roundabout.
Nkrumah Circle.
Yes, there was a roundabout there with his distance. So when you are doing the roads in such a way that roundabout there will be taken away, then you need to create it somewhere. So that's why they created it at that side, and there was a fountain where people can go and watch for some revenues to be generated.
Today's the Kwame Nkrumah statue.
They did it.
He did it.
It's still there.
Yeah, but the fountain way for work, it be I don't know. Say.
Oh, so they did. Okay, now you're giving me the education.
Yeah, so you go there, people pay, watch it.
They moved the fountain and everything.
The roundabouts,
and then they
where
kept
they
that's
push it to the other side, like the Obra spot, to rebuild it in a nice way, and add an attraction to it.
Sort of what they had done for the Accra one, the Kwame Nkrumah
Yes.
Museum something.
Yeah, so they added an attraction, which can even generate money.
Because I think it's a good spot for
People used to go there when it started.
I mean, when it started,
go take video because the fountain had like colors.
it was beautiful.
The water.
I remember I drove there. We parked by the road. We all went there to see how beautiful the thing looked.
and this, like Dubai Hilton Hotel, just
Guys.
Hilton Hotel.
Guys, you go there before. Tilly, have you been there? Me, I've not been there before. How did you go there? Okay, sorry, Tilly.
They've created. Create a fountain in that area.
Asem ni bifi o one walk of asem about. Walk of Hilton there. Now betri.
Also NGO need the area.
Oh, there be a private. But the city has done a fountain around the Hilton, where it do an adra and a fountain near Juma, and you see like colors, like the way it was done here, and people go there watch and. Boat cruise was so you pay, and some of these things it generates money.
Okay. Because I want us to get to the bottom of this. All people have fantastic ideas, but they belong to the other side.
So you know go work.
Why wouldn't it work?
The institution
that's what I want us to get to the bottom of. Look, hold on. For example, Abeku Santana, we all know the party belonged, right? Yeah. I remember when the MPP was in power, some of us were pushing that Abeku, they get him a position. Remember?
They took it when the ministry did it, the party came at the ministry and quickly the ministry went back.
Oh.
Yeah, it'd be true. He said they wanted it to be some ambassador or something.
No, was it an ambassador?
Yeah, it was ambassador, tourism ambassador.
No, they take him from
the ministry, the supporters like this one.
It's
then
if he comes. I remember when it started, we were pushing that he will be Kwesi Agyeman's vice. You remember? We all think that he'll be Kwesi Agyeman's deputy. You remember? We were making a lot of noise about it. Then at least they must give him something.
Have you seen how we chase KVIPs when government exits? Crazy. The way the people go after the KVIP keys, you go bring them.
KVIP. They go bring by KVIP. Do they have keys?
You don't know. Like
KVIP.
Yes. The government owned KVIPs. If you see
the ventilated, improved paid latrines.
You see the way they fight for that.
So the new officers are going for the code.
Yes. You know the money that thing generates.
Wow.
Yeah, they say. You remember there was one that a lady, some Alaji and his wife, something like that.
Yeah.
And he had built some private KVIPs. And if they tell you, Charlie, if you see buckets of coins, and he had built some house, like big
my
houses.
into it, so I know.
Yeah.
One of my aunties, she get like almost 10 for Accra.
Yes.
The money that woman gets, it'd be crazy. So
how much do you pay to get in? I haven't been there in 20 something years.
Never been there, man. So I can't help.
Who that be? Yeah, Charlie, you used to be our fan.
On the back of the story we're having, this was in September 2017.
Right.
Abeku Santana no longer tourism ambassador. Radio presenter Gilbert Abeku agreed. popularly known as Abeku Santana, is no more National Tourism Ambassador. The Minister of Tourism, Culture and Creative Art, Catherine Afeku, has said. According to her, Abeku Santana's role as a tourism ambassador ended after new list of ambassadors was drafted in consultation with the industry stakeholders. Mrs. Afeku, in a statement, said, for the avoidance of doubt, the list of new ambassadors include Ejako, Cindy Thompson, Diana Samoa, Reggie Mboli, Fuse, Ochame Kwame, D Black, Van Vika, Nana Kwame Ampedu, Lucky Mensa,
And the Dosty the inside.
Adikam Sam Oche, Fancy Garden, Dada KD, Keche Kwame Apia, Wiyala, Stephen Apia, Leo Mensa, and the Dosty. And the Dosty and the Bright. And the rest are Senator Gedu. Mrs. This, I'm reading from Daily Guide. Mrs. Afeku noted that under her watch, the power of tourism and culture will be actively used to promote unity and national cohesion.
Unity, how come someone from the other side was not part?
Abeku was appointed tourism ambassador by the former Minister of Tourism, Elizabeth Ofosijari, in 2016. The ambassadors are expected to project, and when I remember there was a tour of site in the Western region organized by Madam Catherine Afeku. I was on this tour. Abeku was also on the tour. Because what? The minister knew Abeku had the competence. I mean, they go there, he speaks about the place, does videos, do live reports on Peace FM among UTV, among others. The minister knew the man's strength too. But because of pressure, we releasing a whole statement. But he knows, you can't compare it to Abeku's strength. So at times, the minister, and I understand, she herself, the tour we went, Abeku was part of the tour. She understands the strength of Abe. But the problem they be able to hear. Party soldiers, almost and say, campaign. So anytime they are not happy, now the appointees have to coil back. And that is where the problem is. So appointees in the right thing.
Well, Robert is saying he disagrees with Ashes. Says, so because we haven't gotten there, we would not strive to get there. We have to strive to continually superimpose the ideal that we want. Not just accept the condition because it is a narrative of the present. Regardless of the ideologies of the various political parties, the ultimate goal is nation building. Are you listening?
Yeah.
Right. I should say what?
You.
And if a party is in power, remember, they didn't win only by the votes of NDC members. They won by MPP members. It is and should always be Ghana first. It is for the same reason other party members leave their parties to vote for a different party. The Ghana First agenda, we have to speak it into being. Remember, Kofo's all-inclusive government, that's the principle we must all use because the opposition will continue to pay taxes even though they are not in power. If their taxes are good enough, if their votes are good enough, then their ideas are good enough. We all first of all Ghanaians before any party members, Ghana first. Well, that's what friend then? That's Robert.
Make it speak grammar.
About why?
Let's be grammar.
Which one is
if
grammar?
the people they take they rule their country, are we there yet?
Listeners, we are live on It's 103.9 FM. Nice. Early struggles in the music industry. Angela Akiyana Kweku, popularly known as Akiyana, has revealed that people attempted to take advantage of her sexually when she was starting out in the music industry. Speaking in an interview on Hitz FM, Akiyana shared that being a female artist in Ghana comes with numerous challenges, particularly in a male-dominated space where attention is often focused more on male musicians. Listen, folks, listen.
The male-dominated industry is hard. is very hard because you know how it's like the attention and everything is just they are focused on the male.
Okay.
You know, everything male, female, any little thing is like it's a problem.
Okay.
You know, you need to watch yourself. You need to just be more careful as to the kind of songs you drop and then how you handle yourself in the industry. It's not really been easy, but I mean, we're still on it.
Do you still have challenges considering when you started music?
No.
Not at all?
No. When I started, it was worse. Like, it was bad. Everybody wanted, like, get in your pants because you're a pretty girl. People see you and they're like, oh, I want to have this. So, you know, I had to work my way up to this level and now I don't really get that anymore.
Oh, okay.
You will get it,
but
it comes with some class. They are now kind of like shy to approach you or they feel a certain type of way to approach you because they're like, what if she's out of my league? What if, you know? But when you're starting, you're all over the place. You're desperate. They see, they sense the desperation.
Yeah,
This is Hitz.
Somebody's pint. What are you going to find in the pint? Who could you share them with?
Yeah, they also call you here.
You are getting into the pint for what? Is it your pint?
Okay, time no day. Let's finish it quickly. We have just some 10 minutes to go.
Oh, it's sad. I mean, it's really sad. When it comes to issues of sex and other things or feelings, it should be consensual. The fact that you are not helping somebody doesn't mean that or the match in the mouth. A match so for say koji match, a fixed match. Fixed match problems or police want to you bit need the motive. I mean, people need to understand because sex must not be forced. You know, until we beg. At times, when you could be affected the person's, whole sense of it must be. People must consent. Ofilu are fine. Onfilu are. And if onfilu now forcing her, it becomes. Where's are you?
She didn't say they were for.
Was she raped?
Me bow.
She didn't say that.
No. What I'm trying to say is that some people, the girl know they feel. But it go do it, then the girl or the me finna or the money match. Me finna with giant match.
Much when I can say or see people want to get into a pants when she was coming up.
I know na me king.
Want
to it be a force.
Hey.
Okay.
Be Sandy. Oh, him married. Oh, now what is this story? Is name? I never said.
Oh, friend, you ask. Can't witness on this one for what?
Me need to cause me best out. Like want to know. Want to know? Ya say me. Want to know? Want to know? Ya can't get to. Me be a de ingonia abe ni adi coffee.
So the intim.
Want to know? Want to know? What kind of simple? We need some more want to know more. See, we beg you, boys. Cool down.
Okay.
Okay, so this is a very normal experience, and it's not just peculiar to your industry, no. Baby, just that a gaffing. Those places, no, and the share says sometimes a reduced, but no cramp no amount for fun, nyoma. Typical example, Baltazar. Are you telling me that this man, there are no rules in his office? That guy is his office, but see the way things came up. It's as a person, you just have to know, say, like, okay, me go ni. Is it important enough for me to want to do this? If I also want to do this, what are the ramifications of Akiyana? You have to decide. At some point, everybody has to decide on what they have to do or what they don't have to do to reach where they have to reach. It is not peculiar to us. She's a nice lady. Obviously, even if and I think video be trendy, a Roman sister on home. Boy is it trying ni bunda want to say the big one.
What's the bunda?
Bunda bottles.
Bunda.
Oh, bunda.
Yeah, the big ones are called.
Is that the new name? Bunda.
Yeah, Gen Z phone. The big ones are called the bundes, and I am where they are bottles. What's I say? It's like it is everywhere. I'm not saying it is right, but you as a person have to know where you draw the line and then how you can use that to impact your life and how you make decisions that affect your life. And I don't think anybody forced her anyways. Per what she said, she decided. If I'm sure, say she might have used might have used her, but she has to decide that this is the person I want to do this with because of this benefit I want to get. It is all up to you. As long as you were not raped, everything was consensual, and you had to decide.
Ashes, please send it.
Yeah, artists, female artists, and exploitation. There, I don't think it started today. It's from David in time. It go on till now. You know, it's not the right thing to want to hear or anybody should practice. I mean, that is one of the main reasons why this industry has become a male-driven industry, because most of these females fear the exploitation. You know, only a few brave ones are able to withstand the venom of how people would want to use you and then still survive. If you should get an interview with the fears and thems, and they should tell you a little bit of what has gone on in their past, you'd really understand where this thing is stemming from. But that also shouldn't limit your creativity as a female. If you have the ability and you think you want to do this profession, you should know that definitely these things will happen to you one way or the other. But just like Tilly said, what your focus is on, right, it's the bigger picture. And how you strive to get the bigger picture into the bigger picture depends on you. You also could take advantage of people to get there. We know of a few people who've taken advantage of certain men, and today they are where they are. Yeah. So it depends on your smartness, the hard work that they talk about, that hard work that the FBI is after. You go use your hard work.
You need to hear stories from Stacy, Delay,
Miss Bell, and all of them. Hey. You know the people, their story, or where did they come from? But because they were determined, it didn't break them. Not to say that exploitation is a good thing. No. We are not here to give credence to it. No, at all. It's a bad thing for anybody who would want to sexually exploit a female because they need opportunities. The professionals amongst us will look at the talent and push the talent rather than, just trying to destroy the work relationship, because it destroys a lot. If you start doing things like that, it one way or the other, it destroys the trust, the bond that the person has for you. If you keep it professional, you see that you'll have an artist who respects you a lot. But if you try to do the other way, then you limit your respect in the sight of the person. We should be professional with our work. I know Bulldog will not agree. Say they go chop arm, many other things go chop arm before you go. Well,
but do you know why he keeps saying that? It's because of his experience. Because almost some people have taken advantage of him. Because I'm very sure a lot of ladies have taken advantage of you.
Oh, of course.
No, because they come to you.
Network,
of course, because you have connections, you have plugs,
but it is what it is.
You are using your money. There are too many things you are.
Then all of a sudden, you go just ditch you. Then you go find somebody else.
After
you push there. So that's why contracts work. That's why a lot of things have to come to play before you want to work with somebody. Don't just wake up and just do it because you think you want to help them. They will leave you.
Mm-hmm. Good morning, Brandy from Kenke Sela Peking. From your mom's sister Helen of Nabita Hospital, Tema. Happy birthday to Marvin Frimpong Bentel of Doorbell Preparatory School, Somenya Easton. You are 10 years today. 5,000 boys says, Andy, I agree with Ashes 100%. That is how we have to be. That's how we have become. Samini self knows that if the picture comes out, then go bash them. If it were to be the MPP, they will do same. It's sad, and this is pulling us back. We need to change our mindset. It's loud inside and go at 5,000. It's like a sound system. Let me say happy birthday. Kwame Sefakai, Despite Media, my brother, Kwame, Andy, Kwame, happy birthday. God bless you. Kwame, Nyami Shawati. Kwame Kwame has a nickname. Was Chairman General. This name. Oh yeah, Kwame. Happy birthday. Yesterday was Kwame Sefakai's birthday. Today is DJ ABK's birthday.
Oh
yes, Abua Kese. Yeah, DJ ABK.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, he says he's having a party tonight at Eden.
Oh,
yeah, Eden. So
tonight,
yeah, I represent. Okay. I represent tonight with Varosky and Wallpaper. We'll go and play music.
We'll go with some friends.
Oh yeah, we go chill tonight.
You bring dollar, will they go there with you?
But you bring dollar, huh? Yeah.
Andy.
Yeah, man. Listeners, Alasan Saeed Abdul Majid is asking, Tilly, please, what are your handles on social media?
Tilly,
So they can bash you heavily.
Oh, anyway, please don't come. I've had enough.
So post
on your timeline. If you want to this week, post on your timeline. Someone will send me the link. I will see.
Share the link.
Share the link.
No, but please go ahead. It could be a fan.
Tilly Akiyana. Tilly Akiyana. Nipa NIPA. Akiyana. Why?
Nipa.
Every platform with DM me, I'll be quick to respond.
Listeners, thank you very much for listening.
But
it's
I
been
want to
great.
shout Joey B. I had a very fruitful conversation with him this week.
Joey B.
No. I know why I say so. Quite a character.
Joey
But,
B.
Yeah.
Joey B. I mean Joey B.
Big Joey. Yeah, Big Joey.
Me who nipa. Ni we ask you by onyene hwe. Or Joey B. I did where, hey guys, please. Joey B, they talk to me about something. He say, the other time I was telling him promise, just as I started, he says, Brandy, do you know why I'm laughing? I said, because it's Joey B. As I'm Joey. We were talking about marriage and something, say, and so you are not married. I said, no, I'm not married. He did that, no, Mr. Andy. So should I marry? Like Joey
the
B.
way you go talk about.
Like,
Yeah.
say, no, Mr. Andy, no. How can Joey B call me and ask me? But you see, that your rap, and Dosty, you see, I've been listening to that rap. So how did you do it? Because, I won't be rapper like you. And I'm like, Joey
Very
B.
funny guy.
They're very, very
But
hilarious guy.
Yeah, we free
I
spirit.
got some bangers coming.
But you do me something I don't like. So, but you never free me. Like,
Overtaking.
he's no longer my friend. No.
Oh, he begs.
You know, do your best.
Yeah. I needed him to do something for me, but
Charlie, this best matter.
in fact, so Joey B making commode. Yeah. Thank you very much for listening to Showbiz Review Extra. A big thank you to Ambi Restaurant and Daddy Worm's Kitchen.
But that food was
Production, why the
good. It was good. Last time you gave us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and my special someone, we enjoyed it.
Your special someone.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Special someone.
Yes.
Special someone, he be Sakwadi and Benna Boy or Joey B and Benna Boy.
Special someone. And where?
It's the Banner Boy and somebody.
Yeah, special someone.
Jiminy.
Thank you very much for listening.
Charlie?
Benna and manifest.
No, the Sakwadi. Sakwadi and manifest.
Benna and manifest more on movie.
Yeah, they do. Me, my car. Which of my cars?
Kaish.
Hey, sorry.
FBI data.
Why?
FBI data.
Masa, maybe yeah, I'm a tax-paying individual, so even if I own 20
But they said
cars,
some people they know greasy. Why did they mention their name?
they mention their name. And that one day, you were not here when we were discussing.
I was not too.
You came late.
I'm for Chiremu.
How much him? So who's a baby? Have you been to Ashisa's house? Do you know the number of cars this guy has?
I beg.
Hey, go on. Listeners, thank you very much. Production by Nee Upness, Debbie Sway.
This is Hitz.